Oh, hello, Purple Valkyrie. I don't know if anybody could hear me. Let's see. I'm doing this two camera test right now and trying to see if this is going to work out or not. Welcome. Hope you're having a good, I don't know what time. Oh, thanks. Awesome. That's great. I don't know what time it is there, but hope you're doing well. Oh, let me get that mic down. There we go. That's better. Okay. So I think I saw you over at what was it? Wakizashi's stream just a second ago. Like myself, he's up late at night. It's probably one of the better times that you can live stream over here in Japan. Well, for us, I guess it's difficult to do it in the morning. Uh-oh, what have I done there? That's why I've got extra lead right next to me. Oh, all right. Hey, what's up? What's up there, Roger Ryder? Finishing chores. I tend to start on my chores, spend about 5 minutes doing them, and then give up on it. Go to something else. So, as you see, I've got a blank sheet of paper in front of me right here, and Roger Ryder. Oh, hello, Captain Trek. Hail, hail. How's it going there? Thanks for stopping by. Um, what I've been working on a comic actually. Oh, Toxic Man flew in the house. Hail, how's it going, sir? Sorry about the short notice, everybody. I'm just doing this on a whim. I went out to the coffee shop today and did some drawing, and I was like, I'm gonna go back and do a live art stream. So that's kind of how I work sometimes, just quite randomly and not scheduled. But there's there is a artist comic con. I'm sorry, Japan artist comic expo coming up soon. Hey, Makini, how's it going? Hello there. And I've got a spot during the expo, and it's going to be next month from June 18th to June 19th. It's a 2-day event, and so I've got to get some. I've got enough pieces. Personally, I think I've got enough pieces I've done for the last 2 years for it, but I would like to get some new work done um, prior to the show, so I can have some, yeah, some fresh pieces for people to look at. So tonight, I'm going to try to get at least the black ink parts done to this. I don't really have an image in mind yet. I do have some reference photos that I might work from, but yeah, it's been a while since I've actually worked from reference photos. I prefer just to work from, imagination, but sometimes it's fun to just look at reference photos and work at those as well. Now I did a lot of those before, and I think I'd like to get back into doing that again. We've got a great crowd here so far. Thank you, everybody, for showing up on such short notice. And yeah, if you feel like it, give it a like, give a comment, do share it with your friends and the Twitterverse, the Instagramverse, or whatever verse your multiverse seems to be the popular thing now. Where am I looking at here? Okay. Um, yeah. So um, let's see. Did I put those somewhere else? I think I did. Oh well. Oh no, maybe that's in my photos section. Art. I made the bad choice of actually organizing my computer and all the files, and then right after I organized everything, I can't find anything anymore. Oh boy, that's what it was. I don't know if that happens to you guys or not, but as soon as I end up organizing things and cleaning things up, I completely just lose where everything is. Yep. And it seems that I've done that again. Oh well, I'll find it somewhere in here. Um, it actually might be. Oh well, let's see. Du- 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 du. Yeah, Makini, I saw you over at Sporking's. Was it? Well, it's probably yesterday for you, but today for me. Um, yeah, did you finish that drawing over there? You've been working really, really hard, man, and kicking butt. Let's see. Wow, I think I might have put that in a different. Speaking to myself right now. Apologize. Um, I think. Oh, I know where it is. Comics. There we go. This is really exciting so far, isn't it? Um, oh, here we go. Reference photos and. Doo-doo. All right. Aha. And there we go. I have live drawing, the model. There we go. All right. I found some stuff here. So, yeah, YouTube is speaking to yourself. That it is. Uh, yeah. So again, I'm just gonna try to get some um, what should we call it? Oh, there we go. And yes, I'm gonna try to get some. Maybe I've got about a month to work with, so I'm hoping to get at least another five, six, 5 or 6 pieces to work with. Oh, that's actually a really good picture. It's always difficult to try to choose um, just one reference photo to work with, but that could be a very good one too. Actually, I'm going to go with that. I think I've chosen it. So I would show you the setup I've got here right now. It's just completely insane. I'm working very archaic. um, I've got. I'm actually in my studio today, my workshop. So you can see behind me. Oh, there's the little alien guy back there. He's chilling out. Got all the tools back there. Um, yeah, so I like to in free time to mess around with some woodwork and things of that sort, making desks and cabinets and chairs and a little bit of this and that. I'm completely uh, uh, a novice at it, but it's something I really enjoy. Like doing artwork. It's just I could do it for hours upon end and never really get tired of it. But again, let me check here real quick. Um, all right. Make sure everything is okay over here. Turn that off. Okay. All right, let's do this. So with this kind of process, what I usually work with is like a reference photo. And then as I'm drawing the reference photo, I get some kind of image going on. I actually haven't done it this way for a while. I've been working with Roger Ryder here. You'll see him in the chat. We're working on a graphic novel together, or a comic book series. And he's actually been doing some videos on his channel. We just got done with one yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before? Oh my gosh, I can't remember. Oh no, it was Friday, so it was 2 days ago. So yeah, we're in the process of getting that all put together. But yeah, just gonna work on something for this expo coming up. So yeah, feel free if you have any questions or comments, just throw them in the chat there. And if anybody's keen for dropping on the stream, you're more than welcome as well. Yeah, thanks, Toxic. Yeah, that's what the whole aim is. Independent content. Try to get some you know something out there for people to enjoy. But if anybody feels like popping into the stream, just you're more than welcome. I'll just throw. Hey, what's up there? How's it going? I'll just throw this out to the chat if you feel like coming on. Here you go. You're more than welcome. All right. Okay, so this might be a little bit. There's some lighting issues here, but it might be a little bit light at first, but as as it goes along, it'll get a bit darker, darker. So no worries there. Get this over a little bit. Toxic, you're doing an awesome job over there at with comics division, man. Like, I mean, I love those shows. Like the shows. I mean, there so many of you out there are doing amazing work, content, and I'll sit down. I'll try to like listen to an audiobook or watch a TV show, and I just like, you know what? I'd rather just listen to what everybody's doing on YouTube or watch a stream. Um, all right, this right here. Yeah. So yeah, it's just so you guys are so much more entertaining and I think what's happened like how Hollywood's just revealed the curtain's kind of been lifted and after that happens it's difficult to ignore how much you know of the people who are supposed to be mysterious to you and then after when people are doing their YouTube live streams and you just see the genuine nature of them you that becomes more of something that you the content that you are that you find that you have more of a desire to see because it's just more genuine and I don't know like there have not been many new things that I've been really into I was extremely into the Northman. I'm actually listening to the soundtrack right now as I'm drawing. um I really enjoyed Dune. As far as TV shows go, I really haven't watched much of as of late. I'll just hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Nice to see you here, Wakizashi. Oh, yeah, yeah, appreciate it. I sorry, I just kind of decided today that I just literally an hour, a couple of hours before I started that I was going to do a live stream tonight. I just hadn't done it for a while, and I'm trying to get back into the routine of doing it. It's just a bit, you know, I've got a new schedule that started up. I've decided that I'm going to spend more time with my dedicating more time to artwork um, and try to pursue my art career uh, more aggressively than I have before. And so instead of teaching English 5 days a week, now I'm only going to be teaching 3 days a week. And this just started last month. I teach on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then now I'm dedicating my Thursday and Friday uh, to art projects exclusively. So it's been kind of weird because I've been going on that schedule for about 20 years now, and so yeah, it's definitely something new that I'm still getting adjusted to. But once I get into the swing of things, and I'm sure you know how that is as well. Like, oh hey, what's up? I don't know how to pronounce your name. Idrison Idrison. Uh, oh yeah. It's been a while since I've done it drawn like this, so yeah, I'm gonna probably make a few hiccups here and there, but no, I enjoy drawing and talking at the same time. I think it might be difficult for some people, but for me, it's just I don't know what it is. Like I mean, before I think I was quite hesitant and maybe a little shy about it, very conscious of people, watching. But now it's quite inspiring, and it's in fact it's the opposite. Um, it actually gives me a lot of inspiration and energy. So yeah, I appreciate all of you guys coming out here and checking it out. Um, yes, I'm. I'm a huge fan of Dune. Um, First 30 minutes of Dune is the greatest cinematic. Oh my gosh, yeah, uh, yeah. I saw it in IMAX and I was just blown away. And I actually went back and watched it again in the like on the regular screen. And even though still, not as like, the visual experience wasn't as grand as an IMAX, the story itself is just like, yeah, so compelling. Enjoyed it just as much. Um, I'm just hoping that, oh, well, they've already started. They're starting production or going to start production soon. Uh, I hope. Um, they just cast. What's his face? Oh, it's funny. I went to. I've been to Italy before. I went there when I was in college. I did a month study abroad there on art trip, art study abroad. Um, and I can't tell you how many times people um, I can't I can't remember how many times people came up to me and just asked me "Sprechen Sie Deutsch?" And I was like, "Oh no, 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 I'm not German," and I got mistaken for being German. I don't know how many times. So I don't know if there's a lot of redheads in Germany or not, but Germany is on my bucket list of yes, Christopher Walken. Sorry, tangent. Christopher Walken has been announced as the emperor, and that will be interesting to see. It would be really cool to see how, and I cannot pronounce his name, uh, the director for Dune, what kind of work he would be able to do with Christopher Walken, what kind of he's got a cinematic prowess, and what kind of talent he'll be able to get out of him. Maybe the other directors haven't been able to. I mean, he's an amazing actor, but maybe he'll be able to find even something more that other people haven't from him. So yeah, that's definitely going to be interesting to see how he interprets the role and how the director gets him to portray it. Yeah, but yeah. So I go to figure drawing classes once every 2 months. There's a local. Well, it's about an hour away. Um, an artist has a studio and he invites models out and invites like local art students and artists to come out and do drawing classes. But it's the figure is always something that, especially if you're doing comic work, that you are um, it's something that you always have to keep at. And I find that I of course I enjoy um, working from my imagination, able to kind of like go beyond the bounds of reality and what's in front of me. But you have to have this kind of live model work as well, and I that of course a large part of that I attribute to my time in college, especially with my professor Kent Williams. He was a guest professor, illustration professor at our school, East Carolina University, for um, a year, and I was fortunate enough to have him as a professor, and his approach to drawing the figure has been something that has always been a huge influence with my drawing. And we didn't go at it like you would in like a foundations class where you're looking at the figure and you're imagining it as like cylinders and cylinders and spheres and basic geometric shapes. We were going more at it as we were just really concentrating very hard on the contour lines and not thinking of the. We did a lot of blind contour drawing, which to this day I still do. Um, I just love blind contour drawing. I find it to be one of the best ways to get the actual organic lines of a person where it doesn't feel so blocky and it doesn't feel like what's the best way to say it? It doesn't feel when I do a blind contour, I am able to uh, kind of portray those organic lines that aren't evident whenever you're doing figures that you can't kind of capture when you're doing figures or shapes in this with basic geometric shapes um, by really concentrating on the contour. And it's been a while since I've done this, so I'm a little bit off today, but it doesn't bother me. Just like figure things out as I go. But yeah. Uh, Actually, I've got one on I've got my computer screen right here, and I don't have one posting for me right now, but no, I do have a picture of one. I'm gonna put clothes on her afterwards, but I've just got this. I've got this image. So what I do is I kind of like look at the picture on here, and uh, and then I work with. I just kind of imagine what the setting is going to be. And I haven't done it like this for a while, but, yeah. Nothing in the studio right now. So, how are you finding everything going with the YouTube venture, Wakizushi? Are you do you have enough time for it? I know it's more convenient for us to, like, work at night, but, are you thinking about trying to do it more, uh, monetize it and try to do something with it, or is it more of just a hobby? 'Cause I find, like, I could just listen to you speak, you're so, um, you know, you don't have any pauses, you just kind of, you're very articulate about what you say, you got great point of views on things. Uh, yeah, you're one of those shows now that if I see it, come up, I'm like, "Oh, I gotta go listen. I gotta go watch that." Yeah, that looks gotta be bigger. Oh, hey, George, how's it going there? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been really bad at that. Like I've been on kind of a hiatus from live streaming. I was just explaining to everybody I've got a new schedule. I've changed my work schedule. I only work teach English 5 days a week now. Oh no, 3 days a week. I used to teach five, but I'm going to dedicate more time to my art. So Thursdays and Fridays now are strictly for art, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday are for my English classes. But no, I hadn't done a live stream for a while, and I need to get back into the habit of doing that. And so I felt like today would better time than ever um, to just go at it. But thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it, man. Oh, George, I just watched your video while I was uh I was doing the dishes, and I was like, for me, I have so much trouble when it comes to any kind of cleaning. I will immediately just stop. I can't concentrate on it. And I was like, okay, I need to listen to something very enticing. And I saw your video on Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, like um, the people who had been invited out to see the screening in Oxford. And what an amazing video! Like, just an amazing, amazing video. It just gets me so hyped up when I listen to you, man. Like, I, uh, I don't know about all your like everybody else, but you know, I, the music you choose for the video, the way that you speak about and show how passionate you are. Imagine if people who are actually working on it had that much passion for it. I mean, imagine the kind of material we would be getting. It would change. It's just so disappointing to see, like, how that um, uh, how the Lord of the Rings has been, they're trying to create they're trying to I can't even speak about it. I don't even think they're trying to reinvent it. They're abusing it, and it's just sad to see. But you know what? We will always have. Oh yeah, Wakizashi next level. Like that's why I'm never going to try to be a professional YouTuber who does like analysis of things of the sort. This is my bread and butter right here. I'm gonna leave that up to the pros like you guys. I could just shoot the shit with you guys while I'm drawing, and that's the extent of my speaking ability. But no, George, um, amazing video. I'm looking forward to the second part. Yes, yeah. If only they had the passion, but they don't. They don't. It's extremely. I'm actually listening to the Return of the King right now, and just I'm at the part where oh darn it, uh, actually I'm gonna get all my names wrong. Not Erwin. Uh, um, darn it, Arwen. Erwin and Arwen. I always get them mixed up. Well, she's got. They're about ready. They're riding off to battle, and yeah, it's just the way that the book. It's just the description, yeah, it's just sad that people don't, really appreciate it for what it is and, try to use it for their own kind of propaganda and social issues instead of respecting it for, you know, how much J.R.R. Tolkien went through and had to go through and all the blood and sweat that he put forth into making that world. In the great words of Mr. Dangerfield, no respect, no respect. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I don't. Okay, all right. So that's basically that. The challenge right here is some foreshortening in these legs. I don't feel like I've quite gotten it yet, but I'm going to bring that down here. There we go. Yeah, bring the camera up here a little bit. Um, Dangerfield, yeah. I was on my trip. Um, yeah, please, for the life of it, please subvert us. Let's subvert the expectations. That would be a very welcomed uh, subversion of my expectations. But on my way back from the meetup uh, in Las Vegas when I was there, uh, I was on like a big jet back, and there were only about 20, 30 people on the plane, just because of all there was just no traffic going in and out of Japan, especially back into Japan. Um, so I was just basically had a whole aisle to myself, and oh, hail there, Christian Fandom Geek. Thanks for stopping by. And I held a whole aisle to myself, and I was like, you know what? After meeting all those people and talking about, all of their, love for movies and everything and entertainment, I went back and watched like Caddyshack. What else did I got very extremely drunk off of tons and tons and tons of wine. The flight attendant, she kept on coming up to me, I guess there wasn't much to do. So I guess her sole goal on that flight was to try to get me as inebriated as possible, and she did quite a good job of it. But I was laughing my ass off watching Caddyshack. I hadn't watched it for a long while. Um, I can't remember what I watched after that. It's kind of what else did I watch after that? I had some comedies on, but yeah, I remember just that was so good. Don't think that movie could be made these days for some reason. Uh, what other movies did I watch on I the flight back was quite a blur. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, I haven't watched Animal House for ages. Uh, I think I might have watched. No, I didn't watch The Hangover on the ride back. I watched something else. I watched Hangover in the hotel room. Got a great laugh out of that. That's another classic right there, a modern day classic. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. I think I'm all right now. Okay, I think I've got this like the image going on now. So I've my old Stadler pencil that I've been using for 20 years. Hey, Uber Geek, thanks for stopping on by, man. My old Stadler pencil, drafting pencil that I had, it broke. The plastic casing broke, so I did some woodworking and I put the metal part of the inside of the Stadler pencil inside, and kind of whittled this and sanded it all down to a nice smooth thing. But the only problem is it can't fit into the pencil sharpener that they have for drafting pencils. So what I did was took a piece of sandpaper, put it on a nice little wooden block here, and this is how I sharpen my pencil. There we go. So if you see me doing this, you're like, what the hell is he trying to do? I'm sharpening my pencil on sandpaper. And I keep these little shavings for afterwards so I can use those for maybe other drawings, like some smudging techniques. Uh, oh, thanks, Wakazushi. Thanks for stopping by, man. I really, really appreciate it. Good on you for tonight. Keep doing the great work that you do. You're another wonderful, amazing YouTuber out there. And dude, we have to meet up sometime. And we're both here in the same country. Um, I'm gonna try to set something up for the Tokyo while I'm up in Tokyo. But if you can make it to Tokyo the 18th and 19th, we got to do something together. Even a live stream if you wanted to, that'd be fun. But yeah, yeah. Thanks again for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. All right. Let's try to see what I'm gonna do here. Like you get it as I'm working, I get like this image, and um, sometimes, I mean, if I could perfectly, oh man, that would be yes, it would. Let me yes, yes, let's do it. Um, I get this image in my head, and sometimes I'm able to, like the stream that Roger Ryder and I did the other day. Like I had the image in my head, and I was like, okay, it came out exactly as I wanted it to, and that was all without like reference photos. That was just from my head. But when I'm working on these reference photos, I see like an image, and sometimes I'm successful at kind of getting that image out of my brain onto oh boy. Yeah, toxic, man. You crack me up, dude. Um, you're able to kind of get the image exactly how you want it, and it's other times I'm like, it's a little bit of a struggle. What you have in your mind and what you want to put down on paper, and what comes out on paper. Sometimes they're not completely congruent, but you do your best. Um, yeah. So in this case, I kind of have an image in my head, and yeah. So yeah, this thing in Tokyo on the 18th and 19th. Apparently, I think it's. I don't know how many times it's gone on now. Let me see. I need to put. Uh, they don't have my profile up quite yet. They're still in the process of giving everybody's up there, but be on the lookout. I'm going to throw a link in the chat. This is. I don't know how many times they've done this, but it's braveandboldart.com. I'm going to put a link here in the chat. It's Japan Comic Art Expo 2022. And they've got some nice artists coming out there to do some work. There's going to be Live art, you can sell, meet fans. Hey, what's up, Max? MVP's in the house. Thanks for stopping on by, man. Oh, sure. How do I do that? Shoot. Let me see. I need to go over here and uh, I need to click on that and I will add as moderator. There you are. Um, Yeah, so at bravenboldart.com, it's got a listing of the artists so far. My profile isn't up there yet, but in the coming days, they're gonna have my profile up there with a pick, some of my picks, and um, no problem there, Roger. Yeah, they're gonna have a link to, I guess, an Instagram page or some of my other work, and um, yeah, just hoping that will be a good way to kind of connect with the comic book loving fandom here in Japan. Now I have noticed a lot more um, comic book enthusiasts here as of late. Maybe it's because I've got a friend. He actually deals in. He's a comic book dealer. Um, but yeah, it seems like there's a bigger following than there was before. Um, what I would really love, and I don't know if this is ever going to happen, but if right now, of course, in the states and a lot of the Western world, manga and anime have really kicked off, and it's taken place of comic books. But what I would like to see, and I don't know if this is ever going to happen, for there to be kind of like in reverse, there's kind of like we share our, "Hey, what's up, brightest day?" Yeah. Yeah, I got a mic here. I did some I've got, what should we call it? A little bit of a budget going on, so, I tried to find a nice set with, of headphones with a mic that was included, looked up all the specs of things that I had available around me, and this is what I found that was pretty affordable and it sounded good. So yeah, I'm just gonna roll with this for a while. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, man. I'm really sorry to hear about um, a lot of the issues you've been going with. But I was thinking, brightest day, and I don't know if you've given a shot at this yet or not, because you do like book reviews and everything. But I was wondering if you ever thought about being, like a professional, reader for audiobooks. I don't know. Um, I think you've got a good voice that you know um, that could maybe work for that. I don't know if you've ever given it a try or not, but if the YouTube stuff if that's like giving you some problems, I mean, uh, yeah, maybe there's some more opportunities with things like that out there. Uh, I mean, you've got the oh, the Japanese is so easy to say this, the neshin, the passion, the energy, the love for it, and I think you know if YouTube is giving you that much trouble, I don't know if there's another way that you can find an avenue for you to apply that passion that you have for fandom, for comics, for movies, for books. But I was thinking, wow, it'd be really neat to hear him do somebody's audiobook, like read it, be the voice. Oh, so Max, I don't know if you're still out there right now, but I'm listening to the Northman soundtrack, dude. It's so addictive, isn't it? I've just been I've been stuck on this, and I've been listening to the new Mastodon album a lot. But dude, man, this is such a great soundtrack. I don't know what this is gonna. I don't know what this drawing is turning into. I'm just kind of like lightly drawing some uh, lines here and hoping that they turn into, well, actually not hoping, but eventually they're going to turn into something that's a little bit more structured. And again, yeah, yeah, yeah. There you go, Max. I thought you'd like to hear that. Like I'm listening to it right now, and I'm pretty sure this is the scene. Where am I at? Um, oh no, get off of there. Oh yeah, I'm at the end of it. Yeah, I knew this is where they're at the volcano. Oh, no spoilers. um, yeah, it's just such an amazing soundtrack, amazing movie. Like just the amount of research that had to be done to find out um, sword designs, uh, the extent of knowledge about Norse mythology, um, just so many subtle details here and there. And the movie, I don't know about you, man, but it's still in my head. Like I could close my eyes and just still see so many scenes from that movie that epic, epic. And and for any of you out there who haven't seen it yet and are expecting something like Gladiator or a 300, that's not what you're gonna get. Just to let you know, don't go in there expecting nonstop fighting scenes. Go in there with low, not lower your expectations, but um, have an open mind when you go into it. Keep an open mind and enjoy the art of the film. A film that was made by a director who has a love for for film, who obviously has a very deep love for film. I mean, I don't know if you guys have seen The Witch and The Lighthouse. The Witch scared the shit out of me. The Lighthouse, dude, that was just like I finished watching that, was like, holy cow! Who do I who what do I even say? Who do I talk? I need somebody to talk to. But yeah, amazing film. But Northman, that's just man. Hey, what's up, Punk Waddle? Thanks for stopping by, man. I really appreciate it. Nice to see you here. I that scene where it shows like the whole family tree and they're just kind of um what should we call it? They're scrolling upwards through it, and it's just a limited amount of CG, but the CG they used was, you know, perfect. Just that perfect amount, not overkill. Yeah, I could just go on and on about that movie. And Purple Valkyrie, I watched your stream when you were talking about it, and it's so great to I mean, and I'm not making complaints at all, but there and this is highly necessary right now for people to go out there and to call them out, people who are killing what you call it, like Star Wars, destroying these franchises. We have to call them out. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a bit. Yeah, Amazon. They do. Yeah, yeah. That's true. It's kind of a difficult to avoid it when they've got the Audible and everything. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? But yes, you do have that. I think that is one of your a big part of your repertoire. So yeah, I hope that that's something that might be a possibility in the future. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that they do the dirty work. Like I just don't have time to go in and watch like Batwoman or Naomi or anything of that sort. I'm concentrating. I'm leaving that stuff up to the guys and gals whose job, like literally, it's their job right now to do that. To go in there and to call them out, like George here, call them out for what they're doing. Go in there, do that research, find out, reveal the fakes, reveal the imposters uh, who claim that they love the lore, who claim that they love these franchises, who claim that they're so passionate about um, these franchises. They have been giving the honor and the privilege of working with and have completely abused that and soiled them and desecrated them. And it's the job of many of you out there and that you have very diligently and thoroughly and taken on. And for that, there are many thanks. But for me, I just I don't have. I think it's better for me to invest my time. I'm just going to throw all that shit to the side. I'm not even going to bother watching it. Um, I'm going to use my time and my talent to try to create something new. And that's something that Roger Ryder, who's in the chat right now, and I are we're in the midst of doing, and hopefully we'll have something out for you guys soon. For our August is our aim, and I'm gonna have to be working my ass off to get that done. But I am going to work my ass off. uh, I did some work at the coffee shop today. There, Tom Roger Ryder, uh, finishing up that poster. I got the black and white done. So I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna scan in the black and white, uh, and then do some color work with it. But thank you everybody for dropping into the chat. And again, if any of you want to come on and speak, talk, shoot the shit while I'm drawing, more than welcome to hop on. I put the link in the chat earlier, but yeah, feel free. Just use it creatively, pump you up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks, Toxic. Like, and your guys is man. I love like Thursday Throwdown and yelling at parked cars. It's so watch it every week, man. And sometimes I can't participate in the chat because I have to lurk because I'm working and it's like the time that you guys are on, especially on it's Wednesday here, Tuesday for you guys, Wednesday here. It's right during like my work time, so I can't. I can dip in there for during lunchtime when I have my lunch break, but it's a bit difficult to you know uh, be active in the chat. But you guys are you're one of my the shows that I'm one of the many shows that I'm it's a definite to watch for me. All right, so let me try to get something working here. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do here, but I'm kind of feeling these like flaming kind of fabricy wings and kind of tendrils of fire and flames emitting from her. Yeah. Thanks, Roger, for doing all that work there. Oh, let me start that. And again, I appreciate all of you stopping by. Um, I'm going to try. Oh yeah, dude. Thank you so much, Toxic. I really appreciate it, man. Like, who was that? I was talking on the stream that Roger and I did the other. Roger had on his channel the other day. We had another artist on there, and we were able to connect on so many different like points. And one of the main points that we connected on, it was just like you're just sitting here at your drawing board, you and your drawing board, the paper in front of you, or whatever kind of medium you're working on, and you've got to you're just working on something. You don't know if people are going to like it. You don't know if you're gonna like it, but you just sit there Shadowpunk, of course, yeah. I actually put him into, I dropped a link to him or, on Twitter. Um, you're just sitting here at the drawing board, "What the hell am I doing? Is anybody gonna like this? Do I have to do it for" is my main purpose for people to like it? "Why am I doing this? Ah, what's the point of it all?" But you can't stop it. It's like you can't help it. You have to do it. It's in your blood. And to see you guys appreciate that, like, and to celebrate it, means the world to me. And what can I say other than thank you? Thanks a lot. Okay, get this image. Oh, I just got an image. Darn it. Now I'm gonna have to change my drawing. There we go. Like, what I'll do sometimes is I'll just draw like these squiggly lines, and the squiggly lines will kind of like overlap each other, and then it's like you're looking at some kind of pattern, and from that pattern, an image will emerge. And once you see that image, it's almost like looking at clouds or looking like at some kind of pattern on a wall, maybe cracks in the floor, uh, wood grain. Maybe you'll see something in wood grain, and then you're like, "Ooh, there's an image. Oh, I'm gonna work with that." And yeah, so I just saw something here, and now, oh, now, okay, there it is. Now it's coming about. So it's been a while since I've done a drawing like this, so still a bit rusty, but yeah, the image just popped there. I think it was because I saw some just doing some of these overlapping lines, and then and there it comes. Yeah, cool. It's nice whenever you can actually find it. I remember one of the first drawings. The first, I don't know, was it the first one? It might have been my second or third live art stream that I did on YouTube. I had a picture. The reference photo that I was using did have a nude model on there. Oh, yeah, thanks, Punkwado. I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, I'll just keep on talking about the process. I love talking about the process and hearing other people's as well. But sorry, I've got a bit of a stuffy nose. It's the rainy season right now, and uh, I always get all kinds of like congestion and shit going on. Uh, but what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, yeah. I was using a reference photo of a model, and it just happened to be a nude model. And yeah, YouTube gave me a not a strike, but they gave me a warning, and they took down my video, and I immediately challenged it, and I said, "Hey, look, this is for artistic purposes." And if you go onto YouTube and do you can go and easily find like people drawing. People have like nude model streams, naked yoga, things that are done in the spirit of art and for art, for reasons of art. And I was like, so I don't think that I should be punished for uh, having a picture of a live model of a nude model on there whenever there are people who are actually doing it live. And yeah, within no time they rescinded the wasn't a strike, but the warning, and I haven't had any problems since then. So that's that. Yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, Anti-Steam Junk Western is the comic that we're working on. Tom is the intellectual property creator slash writer slash uh, gambling cowboy man, a man of mystery. Uh, he's doing some great work on his channel over there. Go check that out if you get the chance. Uh, he is the man behind the project, and we were just lucky enough to find each other on, I think it was on Gary's stream, Nerdrotic, um, way back. What was it? Way back when? It was a couple of years ago, right? Uh, so we've been working on this for a while, and yeah, hopefully we'll have a finished product for you guys soon. Oh, that'll be cool. His hand, make it like Rocky. Not Rocky as in Rocky Balboa, but like Rocky as in stone. Yeah. Yeah, I always feel bad like on Twitter. I just threw out. I just, hey, what's up there, JT? How's it going, man? About a year and a half ago, yeah. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I don't like. I don't. For some reason I feel weird. I know I shouldn't, but whenever I at everybody on Twitter when I throw out the link, but I mean, hey, I've seen as of late. I don't know if it's legit or not, but I did that one little link that shows if you've been ghosted on Twitter or not, and sure enough, it was like ghosted. And I've noticed. Oh, maybe it's just because it could be because of this, or maybe I'm just like you know seeing things, but I have seen like less traction with my posts that I've been making. Um, and yeah, so I wonder, s- am I actually, because it said I was being ghosted. So, and it's weird after recently I've seen other people's tweets more than I did before. So I don't know. I felt like adding people on there would be a more reliable, trustworthy way of me getting the word out to you of what I was doing this time. So if you guys like, you're like, hey man, don't like at me on everything. If you guys want me not to do that, just let me know. And but otherwise, I just feel like I always you guys always comment on stuff. You guys always I always see you out in chats. We always talk together, so I figured you might want to stop by and see how things are going. Yeah. All right. I might put like a bracelet or something on her here. Yeah, this is kind of okay. This is getting cool. I'm just gonna be really organic. She's got like some kind of armor on her, but it's gonna be like armor that kind of it's not exactly completely physically. I don't know how to explain this, but it's bordering on physical matter and kind of like this ghost-like manner, this armor, whatever is going on her here. So at the expo in June, I'm gonna have my own booth. Well, it's basically not even a booth. It's just a table. I've got a table set up, and there I'm gonna be able to sell my artwork, original artwork, sell merchandise, and also be able to do live drawings as well. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's going to be my first expo that I've ever taken part in. I'm a bit nervous because there are a few pros out there who are going to be taking part in it, and I believe some of them have worked for Star Wars, some of them have worked for Marvel and DC, uh, uh, and so it'll be a bit of an um, intimidating, event because experience because yeah, I'm going to be the majority of people who are coming there are yeah, that's Captain. Yeah, that's right, Roger. Um, the majority of the people coming out there are going to be like comic art enthusiasts. So a lot of them are going to be like, fans of the people who are coming there to draw. So I'm hoping that they'll see my stuff and get some kind of enjoyment out of it. See if I can get that a little bit closer. There we go. All right, so I'm going to start doing my inking now. I haven't really got a lot of this set in stone. So another thing that I like to do when I'm inking is I don't like to, uh, for a better, uh, what should we call it? I guess, to say it simple, I don't like to like color in the lines. Always been on Ginger. Exactly. Exactly. Speaking of which, we had a poker night at my place last night, and yeah, I cleaned the house. Just a couple of disappointed people went home with some lighter wallets, but yeah, don't mess with the Jinja. What was I saying? Yeah, like whenever I'm doing my line work, whenever I like to work with. Oh darn it! Do I have it over here? Where did I put everything? Okay, here it is. I don't like to exactly color in the lines or follow exactly what I've done on here. I like to be a little bit um, spontaneous and you know, kind of find things as I go, define the picture as I go, and just kind of have a rough outline of what I want it to look like. Oh, private. Whoops. Let me. Didn't notice that at all. Oh, hello. Oh, I got two comments here. Huh? Oh no, private chat. Macany, if you want. Oh, there you are. Hey. Let me. There we go. We got a guest coming in, guys. The one and only.
Hello. Good
Hey.
morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I was just listening to you in the morning, and I was like, you know what, F it, let's go. Come on. I don't
Let's do
care how
it.
early it is.
Nice.
I'm setting up. Let's do this. I'm
All
setting
right.
up. Yeah, see
Great.
the link. I see the link, and I'm like, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Just do it, man. Now you were on were you on Sporking
I was on
today?
Scott stream last night.
Yeah,
Yes.
last night. Yeah, last night for you, this morning for me. Yeah, I was watching that. Did you finish your picture?
I got one of two done so
Yeah.
far.
Oh, cool, cool.
Um, First one I did, and then I have one of Anya from Spy X Family, which I still need to finish. So it was just kind of me, kind of doodling as as I go
Right.
along because I realized I was like, wow, I finished early. I was like, okay, well, get, uh,
What you working on here now?
um, the next page in my little project here. This uh I made a conscious effort to fill out every single page in the sketchbook. So
Ooh,
I'm
nice,
on
nice.
page 14.
How many pages is in there total?
I think it's like 120.
Woo! Wow. Well,
Yeah.
that's going to be a couple days worth of
Yeah,
work you got
it's
there.
gonna be a couple
Then.
days worth, and I've been on this I've been on this. I've been really on this manga kick for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
been
wow,
on
that's
a kick
awesome,
for a
man.
long time, and
I've noticed your work is really okay. I haven't known you for very long.
uh
I haven't seen your work, and I haven't been able to follow the process, but I've really noticed a really great improvement in your detail, like
thank you.
especially with and then you've been really working hard. And I know
Yeah,
we talked about it whenever I was on your stream about the backgrounds, and
yeah,
you've really gone at that, and I really like that's inspiring to see you do that. Um,
it is,
yeah,
but like the thing is, I'm learning, and then that no. Oh, and also the funny thing is, yeah, I got back into hot collecting Hot Wheels again. So
yep.
the past three drawings have been nothing but based on whatever Hot Wheels I got
Hey,
with
man, just
collecting.
do it.
So I was like,
Like, yeah, you've got the source material right
got
there,
the
and
source
you might,
material right in my hand,
yeah. I,
right in front of
I,
me.
I'm like, I'm completely. Oh shoot, this they're not over here, are they? Where are they at?
Uh oh.
Um, oh, it's right behind me. I can't reach it right now. I'll get to it later. I am. Oh darn it, where did I put my? Oh, there they are. Uh, like yeah, there's so many things that I have not tackled my
Hmm.
weak points with my drawing, and it's kind of like I'm in the same boat. I'm like as I'm drawing things, I'm trying to add an element of something that I haven't really, I don't have as much confidence in it as I need to.
Hmm.
And I've got all of these toy guns because I haven't really drawn guns a lot, but
Uh-huh.
I have to now for some
Right.
for things for the comic and other projects. So like I got me a bunch of toy guns, and I'm gonna take reference photos of all of them, and then just kind of like go at that, try and include those in all my pictures. It's coming along, but I haven't really started at that yet. But it's something like, okay, I need to start doing that if they're going to be in like a lot of my work. It's time to kind of try to knock that out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything going okay?
It's been good. And like what I wanted to say was that when it comes to backgrounds, because it's just been like me wanting to just really get more good at doing manga style art.
Yeah.
It's helped me with backgrounds. I've been learning tutorials on how to do different things here and there.
Uh huh.
And one thing I kind of noticed with the last one I did here is that I fall into that pitfall of you have to gauge how much detail you put into stuff,
Right.
because you don't want one thing to overpower
Yeah.
what's in
Yeah.
front of you.
Right. Exactly.
And I can happily say with confidence that the last one I did here,
Uh huh.
the background overpowers it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh
It's
yeah. That one.
too
Yeah.
much.
It's maybe it's just with the foreground.
Yeah,
Those the background, the ones further in the back. I don't think there's any problem there, but I have the same problem, man. Like it's just
you try to put so much detail
yeah,
into it,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
want to just like, man, just like
and then oh, first time rich. Sorry for the. Oh, okay, okay. There's a spam. Oh,
sorry.
uh, yeah. What happens is you get really concentrated on one part, and this
Hmm.
is why I always oh, thanks, unlocking Lord TGC. Thanks. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope my voice sounds okay there. I'm working with some new headphones and speakers here.
You sound great.
Oh, awesome, awesome. What was I gonna say? Yeah, you're looking at one part and you're just really into it, and as you're drawing, you're like, man, this is the shit. This is it. There's like this is oh man, this is gonna be so awesome. And then you look back at it and you're like, holy shit, this is horrible. I can't.
You look good. It was like, damn, I put too much. I
Yeah.
put too much into it, and I was like, yeah,
Do you
it's gotta like, you gotta gauge your power. You know, you gotta gauge your power level.
do
It's just
do you use any whiteout pens or anything? Or
a little bit
yeah,
here and
because
there.
I was watching
Mostly
Fragaboom.
if I do Copic work, then I will
Yeah.
use whiteouts more, but not so much for black and white.
Oh yeah. I use it for black and white as well. But I was watching Fragaboom,
Yeah.
and he was working with Graham Nolan. They had a live stream together, and he was like, oh man, I completely forgot to use this. And he brought out his whiteout pen, and it's the one that I use. He's like, these are so great, and it's these right here, the
Nice.
Pentel handheld ones that are, oh, they're perfect because you can adjust the amount that comes out. Oh, okay, yeah, man. Good luck there. I hope that our voices can help that grass get cut oh so clean. Um, yeah, but it's like the amount of pressure you put, it
Hmm.
you can adjust how much of the whiteout comes out, and it's yeah, it's definitely like the best. It's the one I like to use the most. I
It's
tried.
that's gonna. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, no, you're fine. What was I using? Oh, I've got everything all unorganized. I had it organized earlier, and I've just got everything all over the place. Where did I put that? Oh, it's right here. Um, I bought this one. It's the same Pentel,
Hmm.
but it's actually a click pen whiteout.
Nice.
Yeah, but
I need to look into those.
I don't like it as much as I do the other one. It tends to clog up at the end too much.
Uh huh.
So I was just like experimenting with it because yeah, because I had the habit of just like drawing and drawing and drawing and going, yeah, yeah, this is it, this is the bomb, this is it, and then I step back. I go, I've worked way too much of this. I have no idea what's going on.
Hmm.
Um, and the great thing about it too is that you can work over um, you can go back on top of the whiteout with pen, and there's no issue with it. Um,
Nice.
and I don't know what kind of paper that is. If you even know what kind of paper it is.
What for this?
Yeah,
My sketchbook?
yeah.
That I do not know.
Because I
Um,
yeah, go ahead.
I think it's 20. I think it's 20 pound or 24 pound bond.
Oh, okay.
Uh, regular paper, but it's good for it's. It depends on which kind of pens you're using. It's really good for some inks, but not good for all. It depends on
Right.
how well the ink is able to process through the page.
Yeah.
Um, and speaking of which, kind of glad you brought that up because
Yeah.
this is going to be the first. This is going to be the first drawing where I'm going to try this out.
What's that?
I'm going to try fountain
Oh.
pen.
Oh,
I'm
cool.
going to
Well,
try
hey.
drawing with a fountain pen. I don't know if you're familiar with YouTuber Peter Draws,
Yes, I
and
am. Yep.
yeah, I've been following him for a while.
Yeah.
Hence my channel rebrand is Mahogany Draws now. So,
Right.
yeah, but I'm gonna learn how to do fountain pens.
Okay. Have
So
you
I'm
ever
gonna
tried
try.
a dip pen?
Yes, I still need practice on that.
Yeah,
Um,
that's what I'm using. Yeah. I've oh, dude, I love them. They're so great.
so it's gonna be like
Yeah.
first time for
Awesome.
me.
Hey, hey, this is the initial one then.
Yeah, initial one. This will be the initial one.
Oh,
I still don't know how
this is
to.
this could be the start of something
I
big.
have this
Yeah.
one, but I don't know how to use it though. I don't know how to insert the ink into it or how to kind of turn
Uh,
it in.
d-
So I'm gonna.
is there like a cartridge that you need
Yeah,
for it?
the cartridge is
Yeah.
in there. It's just I'm not sure if I did it right though. That's the thing. And but
Yeah,
this is more of a
sometimes.
brush pen, so
Oh, here. Show me that one. I can tell you how to do it. You have to take that. It's that orange part, right? It's all in Japanese, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, you got to take that orange part off, I think, and then you have to press hard into it. And then what it'll do, I think you have to do, and I think that's the way you have to do it. Let
There
me
you go.
see.
There you
I don't know if you
go.
have to take that. Do you have to take the orange part off?
I am not sure.
I think you do. And then when
Okay,
you
because
press in there, it'll like puncture it, the cartridge, and then you'll squeeze some, and then it'll come up into the brush. I think. If I make you break it, I'm sorry.
no
Don't want you
problem. So you got to
to.
punch it. Okay, I'll try it later.
Do you have the package for it?
I do not.
Oh, okay. What's it called? Is there a
I
name on it?
cannot. It's FL2F. Let me
Can you show here?
see.
Let me see
Kato.
the
Get my
kanji.
if I can get my webcam to focus. Come on. There we go.
That is
FL2F, and I think it's. Kato. Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out.
here. Actually, I can read that if you could get it closer.
I'm trying to get my camera to focus. It's not like
Yeah,
focusing.
yeah. Let me get you full screen. Hold on a second. How do I do
I
that?
am so sorry. I cannot get my camera to focus. It's like it's and this is
How
a
do I get you full
webcam, so
screen? Oh, dude, I don't know how to
come
get
on,
you full screen.
focus.
Ah, what did I do? Exit full screen. How do I get you
There you
full
go. There
screen?
you go. How about now? I think you're supposed to click on mine.
Uh-huh.
Click on my screen, the top left corner. It should show it in full. There we go.
Oh, FL2. Oh, I no, still mute, edit. No, I don't want to edit you. I don't want to move you. I
I think
don't
there
know how to
should
do
be
this.
a little screen on the top left corner where mine is, and it should blow me up.
Yeah, I don't see it for some reason
Uh
when I
oh.
click on it. Okay, well here, FL2F, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the extremely komokai one. That's a very
Mm-hmm.
very
And
precise
that's the
one.
text in the back.
Okay, here we go. Let me see it.
That's the text in
方向
the back.
に回し oh, here we go.
I'm so sorry.
矢印 oh yeah, you're supposed to spin it the way of the arrow. 方向
Spin it.
に
Oh, okay.
閉める 外す. So 外す means to remove,
Okay.
and then the other orange one it says 閉める means to close. Uh,
Okay.
so those two orange ones right there means like very like a
Open
very
and
narrow,
close.
very
Okay.
uh, yeah yeah yeah.
I apologize to everybody for what this stream is
No,
delved
no,
into right now.
this is what it's all about, man. Click the head icon on the screen. Oh
I feel
Jesus,
like we
man,
kind of I
fuck
feel
out of
like I
here.
kind of steered it off direction here.
Oh, the head icon. No, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Ah, that's all right.
It's okay. You know
Okay,
what?
we'll
Let's
just
pass this
yeah,
over. Let's
let's
pass
just
this
go back.
over. I don't want to.
Yeah,
I want you to spend the rest of the stream trying to figure this out.
top left corner.
So
By
to
the
use
way,
a
my
brush
name
pen.
is Jinja Ninja Boomer in the parentheses. I don't
By the
have
way,
the
I already
patience
got
for.
my. Anyway, I got my own. By the way, I already have my own. I already got two. I already got two of these brush pens that I like using anyway. So these
Oh,
are
okay,
both
okay.
Pentels.
Oh,
These are big
Pentels.
Pentels. They're very, very good. Very good. You have to be very careful with them because
Uh,
as they are brush pens. So I'm learning how to get better at that. So
I use the. Oh, do I even have one on me here? Um, there's a Copic one that they sell here. It's got all the
okay,
Japanese writing on it and everything.
nice.
Yeah, those are good, but I just find that their life expectancy is very short.
Very
So I,
limited. Yeah.
yeah. So what I do is I work on Kent paper,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and it's usually used for like probably by architects and people who are doing kinds of
Architecture.
things. Yeah,
Architects. Yeah.
but I found on accident. I've been working on them for a while now, but I found on accident ink that is specifically made to be used on this type of paper. Just on searching for something else, for some reason it came up.
It
I was like,
came up.
"Oh
It's like, all right.
yeah," and I started working with it. It's like night and day. It works so much better on here, especially with my the dip pen.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. But yeah, I always see you guys out there. I feel bad because I want to like pop on and streams and but everybody's always working at time that I'm like,
It's
yeah, it's kind of funky.
you know what the thing is it's a curse on me for being for being in a part of the world where it's like 3 hours ahead for most people, but it's like an entire day behind, or 3 hours behind for most
Right,
people, but it's an
right,
entire day and a half
yeah,
behind for you and
right,
purple. So it's like trying
yeah.
to
Weren't you on Purple's channel the other day, or
I
am I
was
mistaken?
not. No, she's popped on. She's come on my channel
On yours,
twice.
that's what I
Yep,
saw
and
then.
she's
Yeah, isn't she
basically
great?
basically an ambassador for the
Yeah,
channel at this point. So
she's
she's always
amazing.
got a.
She's
You saw you saw you've watched her sculpt before, have you?
I have not seen her sculpt
Yeah,
before. No.
watch my no on both streams. She was sculpt. She's been sculpting.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah. It
I
was a
had no
mind
idea.
blown for us. I was like, yeah, she sculpts. I was like,
Wow. Now, when you say sculpt, you mean like just like what kind of sculpt?
I think it's like clay sculptures.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's
So,
something that I haven't been able really to get into, like the whole 3D
mhm.
thing. You know?
Right.
It's a different mindset, a different process.
It is, and it's like it's
Yeah.
amazing just kind of watching people do these, and especially for stuff like sideshow or stuff like that. For like
Yeah,
those
yeah. Uh,
expensive, like those really expensive statues,
right,
and
like
it's just
as does, right?
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some impressive work.
That would
I
be
hope
this
this
kind of like a running joke where we're one of my mods,
uh-huh.
Mags, there's a joke that we're trying to raise funds for her to get this Final Fantasy Terra statue that's like 11 point I think it's like 11.5K.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it's beautifully crafted. It's incredibly crafted.
11.5K?
11.5K, yes.
What the hell?
Yeah,
How big is it?
it's huge. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on.
That's
I didn't.
insane.
It's Terra from Final Fantasy V right on top of Magitech. So look at the dimensions. It's incredibly expensive, and it's 11.5K,
Wow.
1.4 million yen for
Yep.
you.
Yep.
So almost 1.5 million. It's
That's a
30.
lot of beer.
Yeah, it weighs over 34 kilograms, and it's 78 centimeters tall.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it's like there's only 600 of these, and pre-orders end in June. And we joke about getting Max, crazy Max,
Wow.
enough to get that. So because she absolutely loves it, and she was fawning over it on her stream. So
Holy cow.
yeah,
Wha-
yeah,
wha- you have to uh
you have to get a second mortgage out, basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Have to do a couple of car washes for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe she could do something with the whole Valkyrie get up that she did the other day.
Oh no, I know. Yeah, I did something for Purple on that
Uh-huh.
too.
Oh, really?
hmm Uh, when the first time she came on, I did something for her, and they kind of use those stipulations that when we have guests on,
Yep.
I'll do a drawing for them,
Oh, yeah,
and I
that's right.
usually send it out. I'll usually
Uh-huh.
email it out, but because Purple's in the UK,
Right.
she said, "No, no, no. I don't want you to have to go broke just trying to send it out for me." 'Cause
Apparently, it could be a little bit of a challenge sending stuff to the UK and a bit expensive as well, huh?
yeah, yeah. Well, the expensive part.
Yeah. Uh, I've found some good services over here in Japan.
hmm
We before I would just go through the post office. It was costing like an arm and a leg.
hmm
Um, and then because of the coof and everything,
hmm
it's caused a lot of the post office has been really handicapped by it, right?
Right.
And they've had really strict regulations, and for you to do like a what do they call it here? I can't remember the kind of I can't remember the name of it, but basically you have to send stuff like priority mail. You're
Uh-huh.
not allowed to just send it regular. It has to be
No, so
priority, and it just costs so much. So the other shipping companies have come in, and I don't know how they do it. I don't know all the red tape and everything. Or was it the red tape? I don't know. What kind of how they've gone about doing it, but they've gotten cheaper. And so they actually, it was funny because I went to the post office and I was like, I had to send this. One of the guys on Twitter, he bought an original piece from me, and I had to send it to him. And I went to do it at the post office, and they told me the price. I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's so expensive!" And it was such a hassle too. And then I went home and I was like, "Man, I just wish that some of these other companies would come around and just do the pick the artwork up for my place and do all the
mhm,
work for me." And the next day, I'm just sitting in my studio working, and all of a sudden, somebody knocks at the door, and it's from
uh-huh,
Sagawa, which is a FedEx kind of company, a delivery company here.
right,
And they're like, "We've got this new service where we're shipping stuff cheaper. do you send stuff cheaper abroad? I'm like, do you want to send stuff abroad? I was like, yeah. They're like,
with,
well, ours
with
is cheaper and a
salvation
lot
just
more efficient than
with
the post
salvation
office.
with
Yeah,
salvation just knocks on your door,
yeah.
just like
And I went, nah, man, I'm in the Matrix. There's no way. There's no way. Like this is nah.
huh.
This isn't real. So I'm just pinching myself. And
I
he's
was
like,
like
would you like to sign up for us? Like,
I was
yeah,
like,
just sign me
wait.
up.
I was like,
And
how'd you know? How did you know
yeah, how did
that?
you guys did you guys working for Google? Read my
Yeah,
mind.
I was like, huh, it works mysterious ways, huh? Just like,
Yeah. It's like, would you like something that is less of a hassle and cheaper than the post office? I was literally talking to myself about that yesterday.
oh,
So the answer
are
is
you guys
yes.
spying on me? I
Yeah,
was like, are
exactly.
you spying on me?
Sagawasai's.
And to answer Rogue Rider's comment, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a bargain. I think I got 13.8K under my sofa somewhere. So
Oh, by the way, if you want to know, like, in case you didn't know, Roger Ryder here, he's the guy that I'm working on. We're working on a comic book together.
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's the writer and yeah, he's the one who came up with the story and everything, all the characters, the IP. And so we've been working with each other for about a year and a half, and we're looking to get this like around August 12th, I think it was the date.
Nice.
He's better at these things than I am with dates and numbers and stuff. I'm horrible about it. Uh, but yeah, have you got anything that you're wanting to promote or anything that you're trying to?
Other than my channel, that's better. No, I
Okay.
have been yeah, that's just I've been putting out so much content
Yep. Yep.
every week. I'm now putting out like what 2 or 3 videos a week along with 2 streams a week as well, so about like
Oh,
4 pieces
cool.
of content. So well, I'm in the off
Nice.
season. Well, to be fair, I'm in the off season for Machiny Live. We just had a birthday celebration 2 weeks ago, and
Uh-huh.
that was incredible. It was one of the best birthday experiences I've ever had. So I was like,
Oh, nice.
it almost kind of choked up at the very end too.
Wow,
So
there
I
you
was
go.
like, I
Again,
was
again, I'm
overwhelmed.
I'm so sorry. I can't I try so hard to
It's
make it as many streams as I can, but yeah, it's just I'll be working and I'll notice, oh man, everybody's doing something right now, but I really this is my work time, and if I don't get my stuff done now, I won't be able to get it done
no.
later. Yeah, so I'll lurk a lot, just like I'll have it on the headphones while I'm walking around or doing something because that's the most that I can do sometimes.
I try
It's
to
unfortunate.
accommodate. I try to
Yeah,
accommodate, but we gotta stick. But it's like I gotta stick to I gotta stick to that Sunday 12:30 time slot because that's like the perfect slot for me
yeah.
and for my co-host. Plus, it's like we built up Machiny Live so much that it's like it's become like the place to go to on a Sunday afternoon. So
Yeah. Yeah, so are you gonna be working today then?
no, we're going. Well, no, Machiny Live. We are off for the next like 3 weeks. We'll
Oh,
be
really?
back on June. Season
Okay.
7 begins in June.
Oh, cool.
First Sunday in June. So we'll be. But yeah, so in the meantime, I'm just trying to get everything together, get components together, and such like that. But in the
Right,
meantime, I've been doing this season, doing this series here since the
right.
start of the month. It's appropriately titled Maki's Sketch Diary, and
Nice, nice.
this is more of an art slash life blog that I've been doing, where I go through like let's say with this sketchbook, I'm gonna try to fill out every single page. This is the only page that's been torn up. So I have to be careful about that.
Yeah.
But I've been doing it since January. I've skipped a couple of Mondays, but
Uh-huh.
I do a
Ah,
time
that's
lapse each, and
fantastic.
then
Yeah.
I do a time lapse and I just talk about life, talk about just personal experiences and such like
Yeah.
that, and just yeah, just treat it like a life blog. So
Great, great.
yeah,
That's
so I've been
fantastic, man.
doing this.
Yeah, I've noticed you've gotten really I mean, you're not gonna have like success with every single drawing, but you've really
No,
upped your game with the backgrounds there
right, and I've
and
had
with the
success with
surrounding
those.
area around the figures. Trying yeah.
I've had success with like a specific series that I've done called Motor
Yeah.
Dolls,
Uh-huh.
and it's actually taken from the idea I got this is from a Japanese a Japanese artist, AF Kuro, who did uh, the idea was like, I guess these are like android,
I know
like
exactly who you're talking about. Yep.
robotic girls.
Yep.
They have robot skates and such, like they have
Yep.
skates for legs and such like that, and they're like
Yep.
their torso their torso is actually where the engine is.
Uh-huh.
It's like mounted right on their spine.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where where with Aokuro, the way they did it is that they based theirs off of like motorcycles and such.
Uh-huh.
I've been doing this series, and all of them have been based off of Formula One cars.
There we
So I've
go.
been basically I've been basically making waifus out of Formula One
Oh,
cars. And that's
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Sorry, I'm doing bad at concentrating on the chat here today. I've got
sorry.
my no. I've got a different setup going here. I'm actually in my studio right now, and I've got
Right.
this. I've got my monitor mounted on a plank of wood. It's so weird.
Wow.
But yeah, JT, man, thanks for stopping by. I know it was an early Sunday morning for a lot of you guys. You're probably just chilling out, but
Mhm.
thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you around again soon. Good luck over there. But yeah, sorry. Um, yeah, this is like I'm kind of experimenting with time slots here as well, like
Right.
which time slot's going to work best for me.
Mhm.
Um, and because I'm a half the world around, and
Yeah, exactly. You're a day
what
ahead
works
of
best?
people,
Yeah, what
so
works best? Like for me in the morning, first thing in the morning, I don't feel like doing live streams. You know what I mean?
mhm.
Because just waking up. But yeah, like
But
afternoon time for me or late night works for me best.
absolutely, and
Yeah, yeah,
that was kind of thing for me. And it's like one of the things I've started doing since February was I've been doing morning I've been doing morning sketches
yeah.
as like a warm up, and I'll time myself.
Uh-huh.
And I've been doing because I'll do it like 5 6 days a week.
Yeah.
That I started making videos out of it. I was like, okay, I'll just record, turn the camera on, just record, and I just make that a Friday video. And then
Right.
I'm back doing my solo shows like what you're doing right now. I'm back doing
Right.
solo streams, and I call it the Makini Cafe, and those are morning shows. So
Oh,
I've been
cool,
busy.
cool.
I've been busy a lot.
Yeah, I
It's just
know. Yeah,
like
you've always got something going on. I feel lazy.
I'm
Like
trying, man. I'm
I,
trying to
I look at
grow.
you. I'm like, oh,
I'm trying
I
to
need to do.
grow.
Well, I'm actually working with an art consultant right now. I've hired me an art consultant, but he's more for my fine art ventures. Uh, so I've actually split. I'm what is it called? Oh my
Relearning,
gosh.
I guess.
No, not relearning. Oh my gosh, it's late. My mind's that.
Oh
I
no.
uh I re what's the word I'm looking? It was on the tip of my tongue. Give me a second. Oh well,
Your
I'm
time.
not gonna remember. Yeah, I've basically split into two identities. One is James Painter,
Uh-huh.
and the other one is the Jinja Ninja. And the
Wow.
Jinja Ninja is all going to be comic book related work.
Nice.
Whereas
Okay.
James Painter is going to be more fine art, re-imaging. That's freaking hell. Re-imaging is the word. Is it re-imaging? Maybe not. Well, whatever. Um, yeah. So on it's basically for my Instagram. It's mostly Instagram work.
Uh-huh.
I've split it up into two. One's going to be for comic books and other illustration related work, and the other one's going to be for more fine art. It's just whenever I had both, the problem that I always have, and I've gone to Tokyo to like galleries and I've asked if I could exhibit my work there, and they take a look
Mhm.
at my portfolio. They're like, "We love your work, but the one thing that we see about it that's going to be really confusing for the people who are coming here to look at it is there's just a huge variety of styles
You're very
and there's just no consistency here. So
right.
uh, if you could like at least for one exhibition, if you could just shoot out compile a series of work that looks of the same style
Keeping it
and
consistent, yeah.
yeah, consistent, then that would be a lot more successful, they said. And I've just always had trouble with that. So on my Instagram page, I don't really care much about Twitter, but Instagram is more for like my Japan. I mean, I have everybody in there, but it's a lot more. It's kind of more focused on my Japanese audience. I talked with my consultant, and he was like, "A good idea would be to just clean this up and make it focus more on your fine artwork here, and try to have it when people look through it, they see, you know, a consistent group of work,
Right.
um, that they're going to be able to say, "Oh, well, this is done by James Harris, and let's change your name over to your James Harris. Let's put your profile picture having yourself." And I've hired him, so I'm gonna, and he's worked with other artists and got them
That's
successful.
amazing.
So I'm just kind of working in two worlds right now. So YouTube and Twitter are basically focused on this, whereas Instagram I'm doing well. Instagram also, but under a different name. Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot going on.
I honestly I can't say much on Instagram,
Yeah.
unfortunately, because
Yeah.
my my account was hacked. So
Oh, really?
yeah, yeah, it happened back in February.
Oh no.
And I kind of fell for it, and
I don't know
yeah, it's just
uh,
yeah, it was yeah, yeah. So
how
unfortunately,
does it get somebody hacked? Got your password or?
somebody hacked. What happened was that I guess one of my friends got hacked,
Uh huh.
and they said, "Please, I need help." And I
Yeah.
thought it was like you help logging in, and it turns out, yeah, it I got hacked too. I got
Somebody tried to do that to me.
mhm.
And I asked him a simple, and I said, "Okay, all right, let me ask you one question." And I did a question that that person should have known the answer for, and I never got a reply. So I was like, "Okay." And then I found out a day later the person got hacked.
Yeah, exactly. So
So I was like, "Okay, good thing I didn't do that."
yeah,
I'm very there are certain kinds of like expressions and words that they use that,
hmm
all right, this is dodgy. Like I had a
yeah,
person on Facebook, they're like, "Oh my gosh, I need your help right now. I've locked my car keys in my door," and it's like, "Well, why are you calling me? I'm all the way in Japan. You're in North Carolina. Why would you be asking for my help?" I was like, and I told her, I was like, "I think your account's been hacked," and she's like, "No, it hasn't." And I was like, "Okay, this is not you. Your account's been hacked, obviously." And yeah, sure enough, it was. But yeah, sorry to
yeah,
hear about that, man. But
yeah. It sucks because I had like 7.5K there too.
oh shoot,
Yeah, yeah. So it was kind of a dying off account too, since it feels like I was been like shadow banned and such. So it's just I haven't been getting as much traction as much as I used to. So
I found out I was being ghosted on Twitter.
oof.
Yep. And as of late, I've noticed like a drop off with the activity on my Twitter, and I was like, "What
hmm
is going on?" And then I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna check that one program and or that one
Oh
link
yeah,
and see if
am I ghosted or shadow
yeah."
banned? And
And
surprisingly,
there,
when I checked that, I was not ghosted at all. So I'm
yeah,
like,
I
I'm
I
doing
wasn't
something
the
wrong
first
then, I
time,
guess.
and then I was the second time.
Say
So
we
I
can't
don't
do
know what
that
I
for
said.
YouTube or
Yeah.
YouTube is
That's why I
bullshit.
just decided I'm gonna start sending out direct, like, just adding everybody. You know what I mean? I
Mhm.
don't know if it's like it pisses people off if you do that or not, but
No, I don't. I'm not bothered by it. I'm not bothered by it at all. It's just
yeah, but I just I
if the
just
notifications, if it's like if I see too many notifications, I'll just mute it.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
mute it. So
yeah, like, I'm only like, I'm just like, "Ah, I don't know what to do," but it feels like I'm not getting the traction that I want to, and sure enough, as soon as I added today, I had, like, a whole bunch of people on the stream immediately, whereas before it wasn't happening like that, so I guess I am getting ghosted? I don't know.
it's weird.
Yeah, what or
Yeah.
maybe it's just a better time slot that I'm experimenting with
That
time
might be
slots
the
as
case.
well.
That,
Yeah,
that
that
might
could be
just
it.
be the case, you know.
Yeah, that could be it.
Well, of course,
Yeah,
for me, it's like because I've been doing marketing live for so long, it's built up that audience
right.
to people know to show up at like 12:30 on
Right,
Sundays.
right, right, and I haven't done that yet. I haven't got
So
consistent with
it's
yeah,
consistency.
yeah,
that's such an important thing
yeah.
for
I've
like
been all over
growth
the
on
place.
anything you do. And I mean
Yeah,
anything you do, it's consistency. You have
yeah.
to be consistent.
I've been bad on that part. I've always been a person who's kinda like, when it comes to routine, I'm just a bit, uh yeah, something I'm still getting used to, uh at this age of mine. Yeah. But, yeah.
I don't look at
Yeah.
age. I do not look at his age. So believe me.
I don't know what I'm doing here with this drawing. I'm just kind of messing around.
I
It's
have
been
been detailing this McLaren like for the
uh-huh.
past like 10, 15, 10 minutes or so right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah.
and I have an idea for a two-person picture. So but that's the funny thing about doing these Hot Wheels style inspired drawings is that it's opened up a lot for me. It's opened up a lot for me to be able to do because like I'm doing backgrounds now. Again,
Yeah.
I'm able to do different. I'm able to study different angles, perspectives,
Right.
and it's
Right.
overall it's helped me with just drawing vehicles in general.
Right. Right.
And I've been loving it. Like I said, I've been getting such a big kick out of it that it's there you go.
Yeah, nonstop. Yeah. Just keep on working
because it's
with
been
it, man.
beneficial. Yeah,
And it's going to be to the point where you're going to draw them so many times that you're not even going to have to look at them anymore.
nope.
It'll just be like it'll be ingrained in your brain.
Right. And plus
Yeah.
I'm in this plus I'm like you like kind of like what you're doing is like I'm really into pencils now. And I've
Uh-huh.
been challenged by my friend Fat Steven to like to do more pencil work, but not so much hatching. But not do too much
Right,
hatching.
right, right.
So that's what I'm
So
trying
when
to
you
do
say
right now.
not hatching, are you talking about more like
Shading. When it comes to
shading? Yeah.
shading, I
Yeah,
hatch.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
not just challenge myself to try not to hatch too much.
I got you.
And it's worked. It's worked definitely. So and it's getting
I'm
me into it. So I'm trying to kind of and I've been following another artist, a
mhm.
Korean artist named Stato, who does a lot of pencil work and just kind of learning watching his videos and how like he
Oh, cool.
constructs stuff, how he constructs how he constructs bodies and such like that. So
I'm actually doing a comic a formal well actually I think he still works for Marvel. He's got a tutorial a workshop that he does that it actually expired. It's not live, but he puts his lessons up, and
right.
I paid the money for it, and I've been doing that for the last couple months, and just learning. He does his stuff digitally, but you can still apply that to
Well, yeah,
physical.
you can try that to
Yeah,
traditionals. Like
yeah,
I
yeah,
learned a lot of stuff. I learned so much from digital
yeah,
artists.
yeah. So he does it all in Korean, so it's tricky because I've got to look at the subtitles
Yeah,
and I draw with him.
what's the name of the channel? I'm
Oh,
curious.
well, no, it's
Oh,
through like
okay.
David Finch videos has great tutorials for all
Finch.
different aspects.
I subscribe to David Finch. He does his
Oh,
Monday. He does his Monday show. He does a
thank you
show
there.
every Monday. So
Uh huh.
it's incredible comic artist. But yeah, heavily recommend David Finch. Like I said, I recommend Peter Draws as well.
Uh huh.
Plenty of other channels I recommend.
Let's see where it's the tutorial is called. Oh my gosh, where did it go? Huh, what was it called? No, it's not coming up here. Oh darn it! Name is. Let me find my bookmarks. Why is it not coming up here? Aha! It's Class 101.
Class 101.
Have you heard of that?
No, I have not.
Yeah, it's the ultimate guide to illustration for beginner to intermediate by In Hyuk Lee, and uh, he has done like all kinds of work for Marvel and
Mhm,
DC, and he's just showing like just basic figure and other kinds of basically figure drawing, and I just wanted to go back because I felt like my figures, although whenever I felt like I was lacking something.
mhm.
And so I've been taking his tutorial and learning a lot from it, and slowly applying it to my own work. But yeah, again, an ongoing challenge. I think we've talked about this before. There's never an end to learning. and
Never,
practicing and learning new things, and you're
never.
always always challenging yourself for that next step, trying to improve upon what you've your
You'll
repertoire.
be amazed. You'll be amazed how far you come from. You really will
Yeah,
be because,
yeah,
like I said before, like if this was me, like if this was Makini, like back when I was 19 and in
yeah,
college, I'd be
yeah.
scared to pull this stuff off. I could
Oh
never be
yeah,
able to
yeah,
pull this kind
yeah.
of stuff off. But over years, over just practice and time put into it, I'm able to do this kind of stuff where I can do like more than one person on a page, where I can do
Right, right.
different angles and such like that. And a lot of it is just, yeah, learning, just learn from people who are more experienced, who knows how to do it.
Yep,
And just
yep,
a lot of it is just break it
yep.
down into simple shapes, break it down
Yeah,
and just kind of, and
that's what
just
I'm
focus
studying
on
right
one at a
now.
time.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, sometimes you could be all over the page and all over the place, and you just lose your concentration, or, yeah, things get kind of, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Definitely learn from
plus
people who've got. Mhm.
Oh, plus if you really want to know how to, if you really want a good way to kind of get your stuff going,
Uh-huh.
get yourself get yourself some post-it notes.
Ah,
Get yourself some post-it notes and start sketching
uh-huh.
until you get an idea, and just keep sketching on post-it note until get all your thumbnail sketching on post-it notes until you pick the one that you like the most, and then you go for that one. That's how I do
Oh, that's
most of
cool,
this.
that's a great
This
idea. I
one,
remember you saying
however,
that before.
this
Uh-huh.
page in particular, I'm doing this all from hand. I got this
I
pose
I
all
was
from
gonna say
hand.
that, this one feels like it's more like just
Yeah.
straight from the hip.
Yeah, straight from the hip.
Well, that's good. That's good because you've drawn so many previously that, yeah, I think it's, yeah, you could start doing that, you know?
Mhm.
'Cause,
But
yeah, go ahead.
it's just like I do things with, I thumbnail it and I'll have like a bunch of post-it notes of
Uh-huh.
like a bunch of really good poses I really like. I was like, "Oh, I like this one," or "I like this one,"
Yeah.
or "I like that
Yeah.
one." So I'm just like, I just have to pick one. I'm just like, "Okay, pick one," and then maybe I'll save the other one for later, and then I end up throwing those away.
Oh. Uh, yeah, I've got this thing where I don't know, I haven't tried that method before, but, w what I'll do is, as I'm as I'm just drawing some circles on the page, or some other, I was talking about this earlier, I'll just draw some lines, and then the image will kind of pop up, and I'll just roll with it, you know what I mean?
I just
But
plan. I just like to plan
yeah,
out.
yeah. I mean, a lot of people got their own methods, but it's really cool to kind of try other people's out, and then see, apply that to your own. And sometimes you find some methods that really work well for you that you didn't know about before. Those post-it note ones sound like a good idea, though.
Now I'm changing my idea up.
There you go.
I'm
There
changing
you
my
go.
idea up of now I'm thinking of a pose of just one of the girls like smoking a cigar or something like that. Just- no, it's
Ooh.
just like it's
Now,
gonna.
how many subscribers have you got
I
now?
have 862, so
What? What?
we're working like, man. We have been
Man,
like,
you
it's
should
been
have
this.
like, yeah, 3 or 4 or 5, 6,000, 7,000.
Oh man,
You know what I
you
mean?
you flatter me. You flatter me.
What are you
You
talking about?
really do. But
You're always on. You've always got like the word out there. The people are always.
I know, you flatter me, but
Yeah.
it's like, no, it's a weird thing because it's like, my compatriots, like guys like 24/7, 32 Flavors and Nick Weiser,
Yeah.
a lot of my colleagues, they have I saw a lot of people get I'm seeing a lot of people get hit 1,000 and monetized,
Uh huh.
monetized this year, and I'm still, 862, and I always wonder if it was just the case of that, they talk pop culture, they talk
Yeah. Yeah.
comics, they talk.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's just probably just because of the space that they're in, and I'm in that space too. It's
Right.
just I talk art, so it might just be hard, and it might just be a case where it's just not easy for an artist. It might be easy
Mm,
for an artist to like blow up on Twitter or Instagram, but not on
right.
YouTube as much. I'm just
Yeah.
wondering.
Yeah, I'm guessing that it's I don't know. I haven't really gone into a whole bunch of research about it, but people who also do tutorials or like how to, you know what I mean?
I am not good at tutorials, and I
Neither am I, because I feel like I'm talking shit.
it
Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just drawing. How do I tell you what I'm doing? Is my process even right? You know?
yeah, it's just like fear that giving people the wrong kind of information, but it's just like
Exactly.
you just
Yeah.
got to go
Yeah.
at it. You just got to
Yeah. Well, here's my process. And then, yeah,
and
it'd
really
be
yeah,
nice to,
yeah, and that's the thing.
yeah.
It's just like you realize is like, listen, what worked for me isn't going to work for you.
Exactly, yeah, not for everybody. But a great comment that I got, when I was shit, so horrible at this kind of stuff. Hold on a second. Uh, uh, wait 1 second here. Boy. Oh, yeah, my bad. I keep on wanting to call him a different name. Um, Roger Ryder, he had, we did a live stream 2 days ago, and one of the guests was, uh, whatchamacallit? Hold on a second. Oh my god, my brain is not working today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, dude. Shadowpunk.
Uh-huh.
Shadowpunk. I don't know if you know who he is or not,
That
but he's
name kind of
amazing.
sounds
He's
familiar.
amazing. And he does his own like animation and comic books and stuff.
Mhm.
And I was drawing while he was talking, and he looked at my work. He's like, "Wow, your stuff really reminds me of Kent Williams." And I remember telling, I don't know if you remember me telling you this story or not, about how when I was in my illustration class and we had a guest professor, and I don't know names or anything. I'm horrible at them, but he's doing his portfolio. He's doing his like presentation of his portfolio,
Uh-huh.
and this picture came up of X-Men Fleer Ultra cards, and the
Right.
one that I really loved from it pops up, and I found out that he did it. I was like, "What the fuck?"
He
And
was
it
like,
was
"Oh
Kent
my god."
Williams. It was Kent Williams, and he was my professor for a year. And so, Shadowpunk was watching me draw. He's like, "Oh man, that reminds me of Kent Williams," and I just started shaking because, like, "Oh my god, somebody's
He knows.
like comparing me to that," and it's like, well, I know I'm not as good as he will. I will never be as good as him. But it was just like that, you know, somebody noticing that influence that I had. I was like,
Mhm.
that felt good. Yeah.
What's even funnier is what's even funnier is that when someone tells you that you remind them of an artist that you have to look up for, and you're like, that's really cool. I did not know
Yeah.
that. Now, one of my friends, Northern, was because I was been into the motor doll stuff,
Yeah.
and um, he said that it's just like he reminded a lot of my recent work reminded him of a specific mangaka artist, and I looked it up and I was like, oh wow, it's very similar to like Battle Angel Alita and such like that. And I was like, I didn't
Yeah.
realize.
It
Kinda,
reminds me of something else that it's on the tip of my tongue. An anime that I used to watch back in the days. It was some police anime. What was the name of it?
was it
Darn it!
was it
If
like
if you said it, I would know it.
was it
It was
something like
called,
Cyberpunk Police or something like that?
yes, exactly. And what was it called?
Let me look it up because I think I know what you're talking about. I'm afraid I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, what was it called? Because I remember watching a few episodes of it whenever I was in college.
Is it Cyber City Odeo?
Yeah, it's something like that. It
That's what I'm
could be
thinking
that
of.
one. It might be something different though. I wanna say it was a more
I'm
simple
thinking
name.
Cyber City Odeo 808, and that's in 80s. That's very much.
There was another one. I
There's
can't
of course Ghost in the Shell, Bubblegum Crisis. Um,
Bubblegum Crisis, that's it.
Oh, that's what it is. Welcome
Yeah,
Crisis.
that's it.
Okay,
Yep.
that's funny. That's funny. I'm looking it back up. I'm looking back, and I'm like, um, I wonder if you. I wonder if you get this. I wonder if you get this. I want to ask you this.
Go for it.
Um, do you get this decade of influence in your work?
No.
You don't?
This decade?
Yeah, like a specific, like your work is
Oh,
it
yeah,
looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah,
from
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
specific
Yes, yes,
decade.
yes, 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 I do. I thought you meant this decade right
No, no,
now.
specific
That's
decade. Yeah.
yes, okay, a specific one. Oh, I thought you meant this decade. I was like,
No, no, no.
hell no, not this
It has
decade.
a very influence. It's very.
Yeah, mine's is from the probably more so the 90s.
It's exactly with me. I've
Yeah,
noticed that a lot of my work has a very 90s influence, even if it's
yeah.
like unintentional.
It's a
It's
good year. It's a good time to
it's an
emulate.
amazing time. Oh,
It's some of the best in my opinion.
it's amazing time. It's
Yeah,
like when I look back, is like there's a there's a like there's like a there's something I want to get off the ground
yeah,
that I've been working on for 5 years, and it's basically my own version of it's like my own version of Initial D, and it has such a heavy 90s influence despite the fact that it does not set in the 90s, and yet the influence is so strong there.
right.
And a lot of my work, and I noticed a lot of my and I noticed it's just I think it's just my work in general has a it has a very 90s feel
Yeah, mine's
to
is
it.
completely 90s influenced, and I think
And
that's for me. Oh, sorry, go ahead, I'm
no,
interrupting you.
go ahead, go
Yeah.
ahead.
No, I was just gonna say that, the reason mine that was the main time that I was really, really, really into comics,
Mhm.
was the 90s, and but at the same time, I started getting into, noticing other artists who are not just like I mean, because I love the Jack Kirby's, I'm horrible with names again, uh, that kinda style, uh, but then there was something that was a bit more loose and fine art-ish looking, that I'm kind of emulating as well, uh, but that was all from, like, the '90s. Yeah,
Right, and it's
yeah.
like mine is like and it's like with like Midnight Rush and stuff, it's like I would say it's not just 90s, it's more 90s slash early
Early
2000s.
2000s. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just something about that period
Yeah.
I find very influential
Mhm.
and aesthetically influent very
Yeah.
aesthetically I adore
Right.
more, and I feel like I try to channel that with a
Uh-huh.
lot of stuff I've been doing recently,
Yep,
is channeling
yep.
that 90s early 2000s influence, and it's like that with uh with what I want to get off the ground. it's it's set in a it's set in a it's set in a not too distant future.
Right.
It's set in a not too distant future, and but it has very much a 90s feel, like
Mm.
a 90s early 2000s feel and aesthetic to it.
Oh, that's
And
cool,
I've been
that's cool. Yep.
studying up a lot of stuff from that time, from that era, and trying to get that influence, try to get kind of building kind of that like this building like this positive future, this bright
Right.
future where it's very but it has that very influence to it.
Mhm.
It's weird. It's hard to explain, but it's a lot of those aesthetics is just so appealing to me just because I was like I like minimalistic, but it's the way that it's a specific kind of minimalistic they do, and it's like and I take a lot from and I think a lot of it is just because of just me growing up, as a teen, as a kid and a teen in that period,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I appreciate so many I appreciate so many video games from that
Yeah.
specific era,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
like the early to mid 90s to the early 2000s, like the cutoffs like 2005,
Right.
and like for this like for like automotive design, because it's like it's all fictional. I look at concept cars from the 90s to early 2000s to get that
Oh,
visual
okay,
feel because
okay.
it sets the identity. Because I love those.
Yeah.
It's such a weird it's such a weird kind of feel and aesthetic. And I noticed that with my art
Uh-huh.
specifically, and it's no matter what I do, it feels like there's a somewhat of a
Mm.
90s
Like a
approach to it.
homage to that. Yeah.
Yeah, 90s
Yeah.
homage to it. And
Yeah.
I love it. I know. I know that I
Hey, hey.
absolutely love it. It's like,
It
and
was
I know
it's a
I follow artists who
yeah.
just like who are so good at replicating the 80s and 90s anime
Yeah.
style, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man,
No, it's a good time to emulate, you
it
know? Like
is, it
it's
is.
yeah, for me, I think like years from now it'll be like kind of like a golden age of
Hmm.
comic arts to people
And that's
in
one.
future generations.
That's funny that you say golden age.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say golden age because it's like for the story I want to create, it's like the only way I could think about actually it could make sense is
Um,
if the automotive it's like a world where basically the automotive industry has entered its second golden age, and
oh, there we go.
it started in the 90s and it
Yep.
never stopped. It kept it's like automotive technology. It's like technology and innovation pushed forward because of the automotive industry. So it's kind of that futuristic setting. It's like, I don't know. It's like I talk about it and I'm like really into it now. So, but it's funny. It's just like doing a lot of the card drawings I've been doing recently has helped me considerably with that. And it's helped me considerably with like just doing backgrounds and such like that and just trying to figure stuff out. It's like I love it's just like, it's like this funny mindset. It's like this funny, like what you see what I'm doing right now. It's like
Yeah.
these are all Hot Wheels cars, but I try to draw them as I like to picture them as how they were in a real life in real life,
Right, right,
basically.
right.
And with a lot of all these Hot Wheels drawings I'm doing here is like I try to make it so it feels natural.
I finally figured out how to do it.
It's not just finally figuring out how to do it. It's just like
Oh, no, 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 no. I
I'm
mean,
trying
put
to
you full screen. Put you full screen. I finally
oh
figured out how to
oh
do
you
it.
probably yay
Hey, what's
no
up,
it's
Jaffo?
just
I'm so
I
boomer.
love to
I really like that one on the left.
I do too. I like the
Yeah,
idea of a
yeah.
cars and because I thought about I
Well, the
don't
angle as well too.
yeah, I
You
think about
you
cars and
really did it.
coffee, and
Yeah,
I don't ever go to car meets as much. So I always try to make it feel natural. I always try to make it feel
yeah,
somewhat natural to the setting. So
yeah, yeah. This one here on the left, I think it's just this. The trees. Well, actually, go if you go back to the go forward. The one that you're complaining about a bit. Not this page, but the next page.
oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Just
this
that
one.
one. It's just the foreground trees. That's the only thing it is. The
Because there's
foreground
so
trees
much.
had
It's like
less detail. Yeah.
it,
Everything in
well,
the
it's
back
trying to
looks
have more.
amazing.
Well, I try to do.
Everything in the back looks amazing, and then the foreground, it was just like,
There's
uh,
so much going on.
yeah, yeah. If you just go in there with a whiteout pen and then take out a little bit of that, I think it'll look a lot
See,
better.
this is. See, I try to replicate. Like, I try to go. I try to look up and down on like manga pages with
Uh-huh.
trying to draw. Like, trying to
Oh,
draw
hello, lovely
trees is like,
Sherry.
hey, Cherry. Like, drawing trees is fun and relaxing. I
Uh-huh.
feel like there's a different approach when you try to draw cherry blossom trees, though, because that's what it's supposed to
Ah,
be. It's
yeah.
supposed to be cherry
Yeah,
blossom.
cherry blossom trees. Those can be intimidating, especially
Yes.
with 'cause, man, I think with that, with drawing them just without using anything like, aw,
Yeah.
thank you, Sherry.
Oh,
2
thank you,
favorite
Sherry.
artists.
You don't have to see.
So nice.
You're just trying to. You're just trying to cheer up yourself. You're trying to be
She's
nice.
she's trying to get some free artwork.
You're just trying. I know, right?
Just joking. No, it's, hey, what's up, Jaffo? Thanks for,
Hey,
stopping by,
Jaffo.
man. What was I gonna say? Whoops, that's not what I wanna do. Look at my beard
Oh
there.
yeah, there
Um,
you go.
uh, yeah, environments with cars. Yeah, yeah. Um, no, no, it's just like, like having some like a little bit of maybe even like some manga ink, white ink. I don't know if
Right.
you've ever used that or not.
All this is all I have for white ink. I just use
Oh
gel
yeah,
pens.
jellies. Yeah, those are
Yeah, I
great.
got
I've
gel
got
pens. It's just you have to hold them in a way. You have to press it in a way for the white ink to actually come out. if you know
And
what I
for
mean.
it and when you're doing it, like, when you if it doesn't dry and you're trying to draw over it, it'll
Yeah.
just, like, kind of, like, smear, but it won't really congeal, and then you won't be able to layer that white part to where it gets really thick and opaque. But
Hmm.
there are I don't have it right on me. Everything's over in other places right now. There's this white ink that they use, but the only thing is it's not waterproof. So it's you're
It's not
basically
waterproof. Yeah.
you use it at the end of your project. Um,
Right.
yeah, so if you wanted to go back in and put some little white splotches here and there for the sakura, that could be good. Um, yeah, it's just, uh, you know, hey, it's a learning experience.
It's a learning experience. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
no, I was just like, we're talking about this right now, and I'm like, man, I'm really into it.
yeah, yeah. I
It's
don't
like
even
you
feel
get
like
me
I'm doing a
going.
stream right now. I feel like I'm just chilling out and talking to you.
I know, right?
Yeah,
And I know
that's how it
it's
was
like I
last
got,
time, though. Yeah, yeah. I
man,
was
that
just
was amazing. I was like,
that was fun. Yeah,
I love having guests. I love
yeah.
scheduling guests on, but I've
Yeah,
told my co-host this. I told my co-host Bruce and Bad's Vampire this that like you really get me excited is if I'm able to get another artist on.
right, right,
I and sometimes like there's like it's like I know there's like a group of artist friends I want to get on, but I know it's
right,
like I can't. I know it's like I can't because maybe because they've never done anything live on camera before,
right, right.
or yeah, YouTube
Yeah,
things.
and
So
it's a different for I think for us, it's really just it's natural just to draw and talk. For me, it's a no-brainer, like, I don't feel uncomfortable about it at all, and I
no,
don't
I
feel like
don't.
I don't feel like my concentration is you know, I some people complain that it's difficult to concentrate on your drawing while you do it. For me, it's just
It
it's
is. It
fine.
can be. But it's just like
Yeah,
a lot of times it's just like pretend that a lot of times you just kind of if you're so like if you're so just focused on your own what you're just putting on paper, you kind of
yeah,
forget. You just forget
yeah.
that you know, other people are watching you're live. Or in
I
this
don't
case, because we're talking,
yeah,
because it feels like we're just hanging out
yeah,
backstage
exactly.
and I don't even realize and we don't even forget that, oh wait, we're live. So I was like, yeah, we just hang out, just chill,
I've
shoot the shit,
forgotten
essentially.
more than once during this live stream
But
night,
it
and
works. That
yeah,
shows that you're
yeah,
into it. And then plus,
yeah,
if you're really into it yourself, the audience and that's the thing, if you're into
yeah,
it
it'll
yourself,
convey
the
to the audience,
audience
yeah,
feels it too.
yeah,
So it's like
totally
whenever
hear you
you're
there.
drawing, make sure you're drawing something that you're gonna be happy about or draw something that you're really into, or
Yeah,
if it's a learning experience, you just
I had a
it takes
question
practice. It takes practice. It's
I had a question for you about, like, because you were on Sporking, right?
yeah.
And I have a difficult not a difficult
Well,
time, I
okay.
don't
Here,
think I've ever done it.
what also what also helps me is that I have
Yeah,
multiple tabs open and I don't have
yeah.
my StreamYard tab showing.
Ah,
I
yeah, yeah.
keep my tabs
Yeah.
like,
And my StreamYard tab's been open the whole time, and
I don't look
and
at
I'll
it.
see out, like, my peripheral vision, I'll see, like, the chat move, and I'll just give a little look over there at it. Um, but like, when you're on Sporking, right, and, like, the issues that we talk about on here together,
Yeah,
like, I enjoy listen to them talk about it. I don't feel like I don't have the ability to go into a whole lot about those kind of issues, you know what I mean? I mean, like, maybe something that's, like, with, like, pop culture or
yeah.
entertainment, like yeah, and I wonder if, I don't know, I wonder how that is
If I
for you.
have that kind of same feeling,
Yeah, well, I just like, well, yeah, what's your experience like with that?
my I'm as similar with you in that
Yeah,
it's not that really if I it's not that if I don't know the subject, is it that if I do worry that if I become too opinionated,
right,
like if I show my if I show my bias
right,
towards and not try to be more objective about it
uh-huh, uh-huh,
instead of just, I hate saying it, blind rage or just
right,
blind
right,
outrage. Try
right,
to be more objective and just kind of break things down. That's kind
yeah,
of
yeah,
always my worry whenever I try to talk about stuff.
yeah. I hear you
And
there. I hear it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because
right.
I go with a lot of my gut feeling about things, and if
Mhm.
my gut feeling tells me one thing, I usually listen to it. And for a lot of this
Right.
stuff, I don't really need like a whole bunch of evidence. I just like, okay, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it seems pretty dodgy, or that seems pretty dumb to me. And so I just, if I see something I feel like that, I just go with my gut feeling. And um, you know, there was a movie where it's like oh no, it's High Fidelity,
Mhm.
where he has like, I've been going with my gut feeling for a long, and it hasn't got me anywhere.
Well, it's
Yeah,
just, it's
yeah,
it's a it's a
yeah,
mixed it's a mixed bag, and it's just
yeah,
just
yeah,
kind of an interesting thing. Just kind of what you do want to be objective, and at the same
yeah,
time, you want to talk about stuff. But also the
yeah,
thing is with me is because I'm an artist myself, I want to try more just try to kind of talk things, try to look at things from an artistic point of view.
yeah, yeah. I
Just
totally hear you
because
there.
I don't want just because that's not what that's I don't want my channel to be like everybody else, where I'm an
Right,
art
right,
channel
right,
first.
right.
I'm an art channel first and foremost, so I want to try to look at everything from a
Mm,
artistic perspective. With
mhm.
Scott and such last night,
Yeah,
I was, when it talked about the whole JDAH stuff, is like, I just kind of follow. It's like follow the leader. I just kind of read the rooms, like, okay, this is we are going to talk about this, and I will
right,
get into
right,
it, and I'll definitely think. I was like, you don't hear me be that opinionated about stuff on my own channel,
right, right, right.
but I'm more open. But I realize it's like it's not my channel. I'm on somebody else's channel, so if they want to kind of go talk about this, and I will
Mhm,
definitely
mhm.
happily get my pieces there. Just be mindful. Just make sure you're not like blindly what comes out of your mouth is just nothing. It's not blind rage or blind
Right.
outrage, and just like break things down and try
I
to be
gotcha.
objective about it. So
Mm. Okay, okay, yeah.
I try to.
Yeah, I was just wondering how, like, like, how that situation was for you
It's
because,
tricky. It's
yeah,
tricky
yeah.
for me.
Because I have my feelings about things, and a lot of what
Mhm.
Sporking and, like, those guys talk about, I am completely on, like, par with, but I can't articulate it like they do. I just have this
Oh,
gut feeling that I know something is fishy, that I know something is wrong, but I
yeah.
don't know how to really put it into
You know how to
words.
explain it. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
and that's the thing with me, and that's the thing when why I do these, why I do the Maki sketch diary.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
this is just kind of a way for me to kind of get those feelings out, get those experiences out, and
Yeah,
experience that in my own way. And a lot of times, it's really hard
yeah.
to. It is really hard to get the, especially if it's a personal experience for you. It's really hard to articulate because
Right.
for me, it's like you have so many voices
Uh-huh.
in your head. You have so many
Yeah.
different voices with
Yep,
different,
yep,
different opinions and such like that. And
yep,
you're not
yep.
like, you need to, what is how you,
Yeah, yeah.
this is from
How
your, how do you
you
feel
feel
about
about it.
this?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
be influenced by
Others.
what
Yeah,
so and so says. How
exactly,
do you feel about this
exactly.
personal?
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do. I try, and
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's
Yeah, I think we're basically in the same boat.
mhm.
Yeah. Uh,
Because we can, because no offense, is like I love the, I love the group that we're in. I love all the people we're in, and
mm.
no for all. And it's
Oh, yeah.
just, we our opinions, a lot of my opinions can be easily influenced by
Mhm.
what this guy says, or what this girl
Yeah.
says, or whatever they say, or whatever I watch.
Right, right. Oh, yeah,
So a lot of
definitely.
stuff, just kind of look up for yourself if you're kind of unsure.
Mhm.
Just kind of look up for yourself, and just kind of try to form your own.
Yeah,
Try to
I think
form
it's
your
just
own
like,
thoughts.
yeah, just like talking to people, and then
Yeah.
because I'm the kind of person, like, while I'm talking, I might figure out actually how I feel.
Yeah, exactly. It just
Scott,
kinda
look at
work
toxic.
itself out,
Scott
yeah.
sucks, so don't be intimidated by him.
Yeah,
Yeah, Scott
exactly.
sucks. Yeah, he does suck. You know
Don't
what?
be
I
the
threw out a
last
link
be
to
yeah,
him,
yeah,
and
Scott's
he didn't come here
Scott's
to
the last
scream.
person you should
How
be
dare him?
have your opinions influenced by.
How dare him? Now,
We love you, Scott.
Edwin, on the other hand, now I'm a little intimidated by Edwin. Is it Edwin? The
Edwin,
blue hair. Scott's blue hair image.
oh, yeah.
The wig.
I just discovered that, I love that.
Is it Edwin?
I
What
think
was it?
so, I think
Yeah.
so.
Now Edwin, they them. I'm a bit yeah. I'm a bit intimidated by yeah, that persona.
That's funny.
Oh man. No, the Sporky's another one too. Every time I see him come up, I'm gonna throw that. I'm gonna throw that on and listen to him. And if I
Mhm.
can, hop in the chat as well. Yeah.
I may not
Yeah.
be able to listen. And I'll be honest with you, and I don't I try to get in listen to the dump, but the thing is,
Yeah.
my watch later is my top priority. So
I
I'm
hear.
trying to
Yeah.
catch up on all these videos.
Yeah. I know, man. Like I've got. I just and like nowadays I have so much trouble. Before I would be able to. Oh, and there we go. EDCO. That's it. Thank you, lovely Sherry.
Thank you.
Like before I used to be able to, because there was only a few out there that I'd be able to listen to the whole thing, you know what I mean? Even if it was 4 hours or 5 hours. But now it's just like, okay, I can listen to like, oh, this much of it, and I was like, okay, but this one's coming up next. What do I do?
No, it's
It's a
just like
good
of
problem to
course
have,
when
though.
I'm I
It's a
know
good problem to have.
when I'm at
Yeah,
work, I my watch later is top priority first and
yeah,
foremost. I'll
yeah,
pop in, say hi on a couple of streams, but then I gotta pop out because I still got videos I need to watch. So
yeah.
and I put that in the background. And I always put those in the background. So it's just usually when I'm at home, I'll be able to listen into streams more. It's just but at
Right.
work, I'm just like, nah, I gotta get my watch later. It's like, and just that's just the fault of just subbing to so many channels and trying to
Oh
keep
man.
up. It's just trying to
Yeah,
keep up. You can't. You simply can't keep up with
yeah.
everybody. So,
Well, yeah, I think it's a great problem to have when you know that there's so much good stuff out there. And again, I always talk about this experience, and you know what? I think this experience is going to go down. I mean, maybe I'm being a little bit more over optimistic about it, but the first Vegas meetup that we had
oh,
with
that was
Neurotics and the whole crew, I was there for that one. I met George there. I met
George.
comics. I met Gary and all them, but it felt like, oh man, this is kicking off. This is something. It's just something happened that meetup. It felt like something was born there, and you've seen so many meetups and things happen since then, and you've seen people, more and more creative people, come out since that point, making their own stuff and getting more, I guess, like exposure.
hmm
Um, and it just seems like something. It feels like, how you feel sometimes, like something's about ready to kick off. And something's about ready to just kind of explode. And I'm hoping that we can be a part of that as well. You know what I mean?
I hope so. I
The
do.
work that we're doing,
I do.
because you put all the effort in, you've got the love and the passion for it.
hmm
Something. But I mean, that's not the reason that we do it, though. You know what I mean? It would be nice if it happened, something big come from it, but we do it because it's like breathing.
Exactly. This is
You know, don't do it and you go crazy.
you'll go crazy. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like they're about to get ready for a night run.
What does that mean?
This.
A night run?
Yeah, I feel like they're about to go hit the highways right now. You're
There we
ready to
go.
hit the
There we go.
highways right
Oh.
now.
Man, I'd really like to get back to the States for that October meetup that they're doing in Florida. Where are you at again?
I'm in
You're in
California.
California, right?
I'm in
Yeah.
California. It's going to be either I think the October meetup is going to be in Florida. Yeah.
Yes.
Uh, I did say I'm going to try to make an effort to make it to the next Vegas
Uh-huh.
meetup because yeah, you can see him in person. People will look forward to finally
Yeah,
seeing
they're
me in
fun. They're
person.
fun.
Although
Yeah.
I've done a couple of face reveals on a few streams,
Yeah.
but yeah, finally just be able to see me in person. So that'll be awesome. So I see Low
Yeah.
Spec is in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Low Spec? Thanks for dropping by, man. Yeah, I blew my load on the face reveal, like the first video I did. I was
You
like,
kind of
I'm
did
not
it on
even gonna
somebody else's
try.
stream. So
I'm not gonna try. I'm just gonna
I did it on
share it.
somebody. I did it on a friend's stream, and they got a bunch of super chats from it too. So,
Oh, that's good. That's good
so that's a benefit.
for them. Yeah.
That's a benefit for them. And it's kind of joke. Is like if I do face reveals, it's gonna increase the follower count. It's just like, okay, you know what? This is a power I understand I have. I have to use it. Why?
Don't
Great
blow your
power
load.
comes great responsibility.
Too late, Christian. Too late. Did it. Too late. It's not going back in.
No, what's the yeah? You can't put the genie back in the bottle once.
Exactly. Yeah, it's out.
Oh man,
Shit.
oh man, I
Oh,
love it. I love it.
what time are we at here?
I
Oh, we're
am. I,
going
it
to
is
two.
9 o'clock
Oh,
for
it's
me, and I
1 o'clock
definitely
in the morning. Holy shit! I didn't even notice. Oh well.
Monday.
Oh well. Now it's Monday. Yeah, officially. Well, it turned Monday an hour ago. Uh, it's cool though because I used to be teaching. I used to teach like nursery schools, a
Hmm.
bunch of them, and my mornings were always full of nursery schools. So it would kind of like split up the day. It would make it really difficult to do anything in the afternoon because you would go out to nursery school in the morning and
Hmm.
then you would use all your energy for that, come back, eat lunch, take a break, get ready for your afternoon classes, and you just
Right.
didn't have time to do anything. But now I quit all of my nursery schools. I've kind of thrown my chips in um, and just like dedicating myself to this. So I don't have to worry about like, oh man, I got to wake up and at 9 o'clock I got to be at a nursery school. Like, now it's just like, okay, wake up tomorrow morning and get ready for the day and maybe do some artwork,
Right. And
which is
that's
great. Yeah.
it's a weird it's a weird thing with me because
Yeah.
I got to have a day job.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotta have it just so it can at least something steady, at least
Yeah.
something steady, and
Yeah.
maybe you know keep moving around, finding other
Yeah.
jobs and such to the point where you can actually be able to land a job that will be you know that can that you can live off of,
Right.
and that you can have more time and allow you to focus more on what you're doing here,
Yeah.
and get to a point where shit, you may be able to be an illustrator full time.
Lovely Sherry says, well, I'm happy to know what you both look like. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. We happy to know what you look like. Your profile pics keep warming my heart, so my heart
Aw.
melts. So
Aw. Look at you, man. Gift the gab.
I
Wave
know,
the heart.
I know I know you.
And Christian Fandom Geek, nutting in public is frowned upon. Yeah, I think it is. I
Wait,
think it is.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I
When
could
did we
see that.
jump to that?
I think it's because I said I blew my load by showing my
Aha,
face in the
aha. Yes.
and
See,
that
there
just
you
kind
go.
of it went from there onwards, and then, it had a life. It took off a life of its own. Now it's out in the wild, good old I don't know where this is going. It's late at night.
Oh, that's
Oh,
good. That's
shit.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
I feel like with this drawing here, I've it's been a while since I've done stuff like this. I feel like I'm a little bit all over the place with it, but it's kinda coming along. I can't really
It's just like man, you gotta. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
this. Like my
Uh,
mindset is like
uh,
how I come up with stuff like this is like I don't I don't try to picture it as drawings. It's like it's this I explain about this philosophy that
yeah.
or this mindset, this approach I have is that treat picture your drawing as if you were at the right place and right time
Yeah.
and you just took a picture of it.
Gotcha, gotcha.
So treat it like a scene. Treat it like you
Yep.
captured a scene or just something happening and you were just at the right place and right time. You had the
I
camera
hear you
right
there.
there and you
Yeah.
just took a picture. It's like that's how I see it. I see it with a lot of stuff I do. So treat it like a scene. So
There you go. There you go. I remember you
and
saying that last time too, yeah.
right,
That's a
and it's
very
just
good
like,
advice.
and the fun part is like as you're going along, you picture it in your mind as it starts to come alive. It's just like you
Right.
picture how this scene plays out. I love it. That's just,
Yeah, it's starting to come along here. I feel like, this one's been,
this one definitely started to come along. I feel like I should draw some lines to show like a parking lot.
hey, why not?
Or
Yeah.
something.
My friend, we were roommates in college. He's a really good artist. He's professional too. He works for a lot of publications, does illustrations and stuff. Uh, he for a while there, he put in like he was doing street pictures of streets and like urban
That's
landscapes
hard to
kind of thing.
do.
But he would throw in some Japanese letters, like kanji and hiragana and katakana, and it really looked cool with his um, those urban landscape pictures he would do. They just have like the design aesthetic of
Right.
them itself is a picture in itself. So I don't know, maybe something like that. You could throw down like
I
some
could do some.
letters on the on the
I
on the
want to do
sidewalk,
a. I want to do. I think
text.
the next picture, I want to be able to do a full on action sequence because I used to do that. I used to do racing scenes, and
Um,
I would throw in katakana or throw in
yeah, yeah.
onomatopoeias. I would throw in manga onomatopoeias on
There you
there
go.
to make it feel like a manga page.
Yeah,
I feel
there
like
you
I'm
go.
confident enough to build back up to that because,
Right.
but I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Go ahead.
Doing cityscapes is amazing,
Yeah.
but it's hard.
Oh, I imagine. I'm scared
Doing
shitless of doing
streets,
it.
like
Yeah.
on a street level is harder
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
because
yeah.
there's so much you have to factor in.
Right.
You have to so factor you try to draw a street scene.
Mm.
And it's weird because what I want to do is a manga about street racing. So
Uh-oh. Hey,
ironic. It's
that's
ironic.
one way to get better at it.
Yeah,
Nothing,
exactly.
nothing in public. Look at these hashtags. Nothing in public. Mm.
I-
We've started something
Okay,
here.
okay, yeah. You no, you
Whoops.
started something, not we.
No, you're part of
You,
it. You're part of it, man. You can't escape. You're on live with me.
you,
Don't
no,
try to run away
you
now.
started this, not we, not me. You started this. This is you, my friend.
There is no I in team.
Uh,
Oh
there's
boy.
also there's also no I in nutting, but you mean
Well, I think there's a
in
couple of
public.
eyes and nothings. I
Oh,
see about
there's
four
I
or
in
five or
nutting
six of them
in
in there.
public, so there's a couple eyes.
Yeah, eyes could be in danger if you're nutting in public too. Oh, sorry
It's,
about that. Sorry, guys.
like I
What are
said,
we
it's
talking
all
about
you.
here?
That's
It's
all
all
you, my
YouTube.
friend. Take it a stride. I'm just
Yeah, digging my grave. Digging my grave. Okay,
no.
this is starting to come along. I'm getting my second wind. Yeah, I find sometimes I'll start doing some like some Kirby-esque, kind
It's
of
it's
graphic
that
things. Go
you
ahead.
know what? It, I, one of the hardest things for me, and I feel like this cements how hard it is
Hmm.
for me to do some drawings because I always have that mindset that I want to do something that's like extravagant or
Yeah.
dynamic or just
Yeah.
like just just pops out at you.
Right. Right.
And you always feel like, oh man, it has to be dynamic, it has to be amazing. It's
Right.
like
Right.
sometimes the content itself,
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't really need
Yeah.
to be
Yeah.
to really to really capture that feel, to capture
Yeah.
that what you're going for. Sometimes it could just be very
Yeah.
simple.
Man,
You don't have
I'm
it doesn't have to be
yeah.
extravagant. It doesn't have to be like this dynamic epic thing, you know.
There was no we in team either. There is no we in team. That's right,
Like
toxic.
think of it this way, it's like it's this one feels like a very simple shot,
Uh-huh.
but I think the strength of it is going to be the designs of the cars itself
Mm,
and the girls itself that's going to catch your eye, even if it's just simple.
I
Even if
gotcha.
it's just like a simple angle, if it's just like an above angle or something like that. By the way, I've been getting better at doing above angles and below angles too.
Right, right.
Below angles.
Yeah, the bird's eye and the bug's eye views. Yeah,
Hmm.
those are challenging. I always find myself
Next
trying
up
to
is
do those as well.
Next up is Dutch angles.
uh, Toxic, you said there's no we in team either, but if you rearrange the letters in team, you get meat. And I don't know if that has to do with anything at all. It's 1 o'clock in the morning and I'm tired, but that's okay.
My
I'm just
God.
speaking now. Meat. There is meat in the team. Oh boy,
Oh you.
I'm
Oh
just
you.
digging a grave.
Let me let me do
And this
this.
is how the Jinja Ninja finished off his YouTube career in one night.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Boy.
I'm trying to open this up right now. So
AFK, but I linked it earlier. Oh, I don't even know what that means. I'm such a boomer. I see like those acronyms or
it's a running
abbreviations.
gag.
What's that?
It's a running gag on my stream.
Team Meat is
Boomer
a Mad
Boomer
Mardigan thing.
Keeney.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
No, it's a running gag on my streams. Boomer Keeney. I got to do it 3 times. So
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember you did
I
that
have to
last
play
night.
the OK Boomer Girl clip. So yeah, it's a
Team Meat is a Mad Mardigan thing. Mad Mardigan. I like that guy.
I do
He's
too.
fun. Yeah. He's got this yeah, man.
I think his awkwardness and the
Yeah.
way kind of he makes Scott's feel actually works for the show
Oh,
because
it
it's
does.
like
It does. It's a good combo.
making him
It's a
kind of
good
the
combo.
joke, kind of the butt of the
Yeah.
joke.
Yeah, I like it when Mad Mardigan. He really gets on fire there sometimes.
Okay.
Literally.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. I found it out. Where is?
It's beat.
I don't have a. Does the pen have the tip?
Which one are you talking about?
Oh, the tip is in here. Okay, so this is the tip. Okay, so I'm just learning. I'm just following the instructions on how
I'll
to.
put my hand up on your tip when I
Oh my
dip you
god.
dip.
Press firmly.
Here's the funny thing.
So
In
you gotta put
Japan,
the.
they think that your hip is your
Oh,
butt,
here you go.
right?
Here we go. I'm just gonna
Oh, yeah.
adjust my camera here so you can see what I'm doing right
Oh,
now.
here, let me put this full screen. Let me get this sexy time. Now that I know
So
how to do it full screen.
let's see. So you gotta insert the ink. How do you insert the ink cartridge?
Insert it.
No,
Nice.
I'm reading the instructions here. So separate the nib from the position
Watch the
compartment.
pen just explode. Catch it.
It's,
Mad Mardigan loves the volleyball scene. Yes, dudes being dudes. I wonder if they're going to have another volleyball scene in the new Top Gun. Have you seen the preview for that?
I have seen little bits. Yeah, it looks good so far.
Yeah, it looks pretty
looks
cool.
really good.
Yeah,
Oh, do
yeah.
you? Okay. So you gotta place here. Then
What's going on here? I'm
how
really
do you
getting.
put it
Seems
inside?
like he only likes men. Oh yeah, Mad Mardigan. Yeah. It's
That's what I was
raining
saying.
man. Hallelujah.
Okay, so separate. Okay, what do you put the?
See, I think you got the. Wow.
Whoa!
Uh-oh. Here we
Where's the
go.
tip? Where's the tip? Where's the tip?
That's
Okay,
what she said.
I know.
Oh.
Oh my God. Okay,
Oh.
so. Okay, so.
Oh, I just on a different, like a random note. My friend who is the comic book dealer, he
Uh-huh.
just brought me. We had a barbecue at my place last night, and he brought over a bunch of comics just to give me. He's like, I just got these extra ones here. You can have them. And he gave me. I don't know if you ever read Elf Quest.
No, I have not.
Yeah, he gave me like the whole series of Elf Quest. So you got to read these. So I'm in the process of reading those at the moment. And Watchmen. I got Watchmen. And that's another one. The oh god. he he's really the guy stuff. Good guy stuff. Um the artwork in there amazing, but it's just like really simple, you know. There are some places where it's like really like some cool action in it, but for the most part it's just regular old people standing around having conversations. But just the Elf Quest, yeah, is cool. Toxic. Yeah, I'm gonna get through those. It's just making the simple everyday thing
Okay, am I
seem
doing this right?
kind of stoic. And let's see, separate the nib from the piston. Oh, this is starting to sound kind of sexy. Separate the nib from the piston. Insert a standard fountain pen. Somebody should read this sexy.
Oh God.
Not me.
Is it not like that? No, it's not like that. So I'm not sure if this is meant to keep this out. So let's try this again.
And this is how McEnany draws Bit the bullet.
Separate the nib stuff from gun. It's in a push forward until you hear a small click. You may need to wiggle the cartridge to ensure it's been inserted securely. Pause. Screw the barrel back in place. Shake the pound pin downwards to start the ink to flow tap. Let's see if this will work.
We've got some exciting content here, people. Don't turn the channel.
I am. I am. Oh, this is for if you have a bottle of ink. This is for if you have a bottle of ink, you
Okay,
can
okay,
put,
okay,
and that's
okay.
how you insert it in there. But this is just for because this comes with a bunch of ink cartridges. So
Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. So you just gotta push those in
shake
there.
and wait, shake it and wait 10 seconds.
Yeah, oh,
For
okay,
it
okay.
to,
The 10-second rule.
yeah, this is my first time. This is my first time doing fountain pens. So
Oh, fountain pen virgin.
just because I see, it's just because I saw another artist do it. So
Hey, if they're doing it and it works, no, the fountain pens are great, man. And there's like a nice what we call it when you're um the way that they feel whenever they're going over the paper as well. Yeah,
hmm
I'm gonna do a quick, just a little close up of what I'm doing here, so people can see if anybody's interested. Because it's a little hard. I need to get like something to where you can see it close up. But there you go. There we go. This lady sitting in a hand.
if it's working though.
There you go.
Yeah, I got ink on my hands now. So
Well, maybe it's just coming out. There you go.
no, I think it's just me trying to insert the ink cartridge in, and it's like, I need to use this is my scratch paper. Okay, so I gotta make sure this is.
Oh, is this working?
Can
Whoops.
you do
Uh
this?
oh. Uh oh. What am I doing here? Shit. How did I get that on
I think we
before?
got it. I think it's almost.
Is it coming out?
I think so. Here, let me turn the camera on.
Shoo.
Okay, let's see.
Oops.
Yeah, it's starting to.
Yeah, it might take a second there. Let me see.
Yeah, it's like
Ah.
barely. Like it's barely. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's just I'm just trying to figure out what will be the best way to hold it though.
We'll make sure that the
And now it's working.
okay.
You can't really see it because of
The
freaking
pink.
camera.
Yeah. Well, if it's got ink coming out of it, it's doing
There we
it's
go.
doing
There
its
we go.
job.
How about now?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's just I'm wondering if you got a
Make sure the metal side is pointing upwards.
metal size pointing upwards.
Yeah. And I yeah.
Okay, make sure the metal size. Let me see. Shake it. Let me see if we can shake it a bit more to get the. This is my. I am not giving up.
Yeah, don't give it. Don't give up.
Because it is coming out. So you did do you did do it right. It's just takes time.
Are you holding it at an angle?
I think I'm holding it at an angle. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold it straight up, but like, well, I don't know. I'm mansplaining.
There we go. We got it. We got it.
You
Okay.
got it? Oh, there it is. That's
All right.
the
Let's
ticket.
try it.
Patience. Yeah.
Takes
If it was
patience.
me, I would have been banging it against something. What's going on here? Why this fucking work?
No, see, I was like, no, it's like I mentioned, like Peter Draws was big inspiration for like the channel rebranding, and hence why I changed my name to Makini Draws in doing this sketch diary because I love that. And I was
Right.
like, okay, we could do it in this kind of style, we could do it in this kind of way, and just kind of be like a blog and something I can really talk and be more personal with.
Right.
So,
What's Jaffo's idea? My idea. I didn't see what that was there. I've missed out on a few. I've got a monitor in a different place now, so I'm missing out on the chat more than
come
I
on, you can
usually
do it.
do.
Come on, brush pen. Come on, Ben, you can do it.
What's that? Oh, the pen?
Yeah, it's like it's
Is it working?
It was working early. It was just working a second ago. I was like, and I do wonder if it's just the way I have to hold it. And I'm
Yeah, you have to hold it at an angle. And you're left-handed too. Is the metal part facing upwards?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It, is it working? Come on, please work, please work, please work. You can do this.
You can do it.
I wonder if I have to.
Yeah, I'm not I don't use those kind of pins as much. Actually, I haven't used one of those in a long time.
I'm not going back to. I was like, listen. I am not going to try to. I'm refraining myself from not trying to go back to using my standard pin set.
Yeah.
This will be a way for me to. Is it working? Come on, come on. Wait. I,
Oh, Gambatene. Got a Gambatene from Low Spec.
it's almost there. Almost there. It's like Makini, Makini, Makini. Come on. Come on, Maki. You got this. Not there. Almost there. Almost there. We got something. It's like
Yeah, we'd think
let me
it'd
look at the
already be.
instructions again.
Yeah. Uh, Another thing I always find too is uh, somebody was saying that with those, um, sometimes like those nibs, they have oil on them, and
hmm
that you have to take a lighter and kind of heat it up for them to work a bit better. But that might be the nibs that you actually have to attach yourself.
Right.
Mm. But it should be coming out clear though, or more easily.
All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm using a different webcam, and the thing is, I can't like. It does have like a zoom in button, so
Yeah,
I have to point the camera down. But if I point it down a little too further, one is going to
yeah.
get in front. One is going to get in front of my other
Oh,
camera, which is
it
trying
looks
to
like the
record.
face
And
is. It looks like the face is working out.
yeah, I just gotta remember how to.
Have you ever worked with two cameras at the same time?
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the time. One's meant for recording. One is meant
Uh
for
huh.
recording. One, and then this is like the before I got on. The way you did it, that used to be my old format. Actually, that's
Oh,
before
okay,
when I
okay.
started. I had a second
Yeah.
camera just for just for the drawing cam, and then I got myself a webcam. Then I got found an app on my phone that I didn't need to have to do all that setup for, and then um, I found then I got recommended this webcam here, which is works like a freaking dream. The only
What kind of
downside
webcam is
is
it?
IPVO V4K.
Uh
Man,
huh.
that is gorgeous. Sorry,
Eh.
sorry, I'm looking at yours. I'm like,
Oh,
wow,
mine?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
oh.
man.
I'll give you a little bit of a. I don't know if you saw it earlier. I did like a little zoom in on it.
Uh huh.
There you go. I'm. I'll put it full screen again.
Full screen.
No, the one I just sent in chat. You and I did a weekly straw dream. Oh, sorry. I think Jaffo and somebody are talking here. Oh, I'm I'm doxing myself. I live in Japan. No, there it is. It's like
Wow.
it's this kind of sitting on this hand.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, yeah,
I was like, I would love to do stuff like that though.
yeah. Well, I'd
Stuff
love
that's
to
like
do some kind of stuff
abstract
where
like
you.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I have this like I do this thing where I get, and that's another influence from Kent Williams. Like he incorporated the abstract with the realism. He put those two worlds together, and I always admire that. And sometimes I do a little bit of that in my own. There we go. Well, that's actually a better view now. There we go. Incorporate kind of two kinds of genres in the same kind of picture. But when I look at Kirby stuff and that period, that's abstract to me as well. There's definitely tons of elements of abstract in that work. Um, just very simple. Um, you know, line work, and but it just I don't know.
Jinja,
Yeah, what's up?
I got it. I think,
It's working?
yeah, you, yeah, you got to point your pen a little further
Yeah.
vertical.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there we
Huh.
go. Yeah.
Toxic saying
I
draws
have to
distinctions
memorize.
poorly.
I have to remember this is I have to hold the pen this way for it to
Yeah, I haven't used one of those for a long time.
first time for everything.
Mm.
I feel like I should put like tape or just like markers like, okay, this is how you're supposed to hold it. Uh, now I guess the question is how much I'm wondering that's what this is for. The three ridges here
Uh-huh.
is to kind of dictate how thick or how thin your line is.
Okay, okay, okay.
Maybe I gotta keep it up. So you gotta it's all about control.
There's probably somebody out there watching right now is just saying, "No, that's not how you're supposed to do it. This is the way."
It's my
Maybe what's
first
his
time. I told him it's my
what's
first
his
time.
what's his face? The guy that you watch, what was his name?
Beer draws, yeah.
Yeah, throw him a link. Have him give you a tutorial.
I know, right? Oh, but he's big. He's like
Yes,
998K.
Jeff. Jeff is just Jeff was commenting on it. The women that he paints are amazing and form and texture. I watched him in class. He would paint live for us. It was just insanely amazing. He used like rollers and
Oh, hi.
brushes and palette knives and all these. It was just like of course, it's like a master.
Where is the hang on, where's I
And
gotta get my references up.
oh, Kent Williams, yeah, it's just really like insanely amazing work. And it's funny too. I on Instagram, I was looking around at other artists' work, and this one girl's work pops up. Her name on her name is like Soy Milk, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I looked at her work. I was like, oh wow, this. I put a comment on one of her pictures. I was like, I love your work. It reminds me a lot of Kent Williams. I don't know if you know who he is or not. And then a guy put a reply to my comment, and it's like, I'm pretty sure she knows who Kent Williams is, seeing as how they're dating each other. Oh, okay, that makes sense then. He's
Yeah.
obviously influenced her. Um, but yeah, I
How
see
old is
aspects.
he? I'm just
Oh,
like,
he would be in his 50s now.
okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. No, he worked for comic book. He's done comic books. He did the graphic novel Fountain. He did Wolverine and Havoc. Uh,
That's
he's done
awesome.
he's done all kinds of stuff. He's worked for Playboy. He does fine art. Um, it's just all kinds of things. It's just amazing artist. And
I feel like
yeah.
I feel like I fluctuate so much between inking styles.
Oh, I
And
hear you
it's
there,
like
man.
there's a specific kind of inking that I want to be able to pull off, or a
Yep,
specific kind of line work that I want to be able to pull off. I'm gonna put
yep.
that.
And I'm doing that right now in this picture right here. I'm going back and forth from inking styles. Depending on the part of the picture. Like the hand feels like it's more of a the body is more of a 90s feel. The 80s is more of a 80s feel.
But I
Just being
just
hand.
it's just something about inking
Hmm.
that I absolutely love that
It's
I feel like I've dedicated my life to, you
it's
know?
therapeutic.
It's
I hate like adding color because like a lot of people are like, man, just leave it black and white. The black and white looks amazing.
I was the opposite way. I was like, "Are you gonna color this?" I was like, "No, this." I was like, I know in color would be amazing. It's just I have a folder.
Yeah,
I have a whole folder of nothing but ink
yeah.
drawings that I use as inspiration that I study.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it's just something about it. I absolutely love the line work,
Mm.
and it's just like you can do really amazing things with it. That's why, like, and I probably shouldn't have explained. I probably should explain this, but you watch my time lapses; they're all in black and white for a reason.
All right.
Yeah, I found it for a reason, just because I think it's more powerful when you see the inks in black and white instead of
Ah,
That's when I scan whenever I
yeah.
you see those full scans I do, they're all black and white. So
Mm. Jaffo's saying, I've never been much of a painter. I paint like a printmaker. Oh yeah, printmaking. I took a bunch of printmaking classes in college. Love printmaking. I've actually got a printing press in my studio here. Its nickname is Behemoth. Are you familiar
oh,
with
this is
Diane
great.
Victor? Diane Victor. No, I don't know who that is. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, this is great.
Is it working great?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm trying to get a good gauge on just how much, depending on how much do I need to press to get lighter
Uh-huh.
lines and get thicker lines.
Oh, cool.
It's just like you're in control.
Yep. Let me check this lady out. Diane Victor.
And that's like I
Art.
said, I was and it's just it's just like because what I
Oh
want to
yeah, yeah,
do
yeah,
because
yeah.
what I want to do is and I guess you can put it this way. I know you follow. Do you follow Raging Golden Eagle?
Rachel Golden Eagle. Yes.
Yeah, I just got his book Blade Devil, and I need to read it. But yeah, it's like I want to do what kind of he does, is just basically do basically an American manga. So it's just like
Yeah. Ash on paper? Ash? Wow, that's weird looking. That's cool.
no, but
Sorry, I'm just
we
checking out these prints. Oh, it looks like she's doing some mezzotint. No, that's not mezzotint. That's dry point. My bad. Dry point, like Rembrandt. Oh, those are cool. Yeah, that's neat. Ooh. Wow, this looks awfully familiar. Jaffo. I feel like I've seen these before.
yes, I
It
am so happy right now.
We have a breakthrough, people.
And I only have and I probably can only be on for a little bit further because I got to get on
Yeah, I've
Culture
actually
Casino
I'm gonna
show.
we've been on here for how long is it now?
It has been 2:50. It's almost
Oh,
3
it's
hours.
almost 3 hours. I miss having yeah, Jaffo, I don't have all of the
This is
I don't have all of
awesome.
the equipment and the acid and all that kind of stuff that I need to do intaglio prints, but I can do dry points and monotypes. I like doing monotypes. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's almost 1:30 here. I might go on for just a little bit more, but whenever you have to
Right.
pop off, feel free to.
Absolutely. My friend is like, and my friend Aaron yesterday was recommending me to get some kind of to get metallic Copics because I
Oh,
have
okay.
metallic markers,
Uh huh.
but the problem is that those markers they cover over any ink that I do,
Right.
and they're technically like metallic ink that would be great for that won't just that won't just completely cover up all the ink work I do. So
Oh, okay. So you want something that has like a little of the ink work showing through?
yeah, ink work will still
Yeah,
bleed through.
that's always. She puts a piece of paper. Yeah, the smoke drawings are. Yeah, those are really really neat.
Oh, that's
Puts a
right. I
piece of
do need to
paper
put a.
upside down as if she were to smoke.
I know it's
Oh, okay,
recommended.
cool.
I used to put a piece of paper
Uh huh.
underneath my hand when I
Right.
draw to keep the pencil. It's basically just keep the
Yeah.
pencils from smearing.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember we had to do that with lithograph. We
Oh
would use
shit.
those big stones, and if you got any of the oil from your
One
skin.
second. Let me get.
Oh,
Oh,
go ahead.
go ahead. Keep talking. Keep talking. I'm gonna
Oh,
find.
etcher. Yes, yes. Etching is extremely, extremely fun. I think my favorite etching process was the was it the mezzotint process, and then there was another one where you put like a piece of tracing paper but there was wax underneath it. It was weird. It was a really fun process as well. But what was I saying? I can't remember. We were talking about something. Oh, yeah, 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 for lithographs, if you do a lithograph on those big blocks and any
Uh-huh.
of the oil from your hand gets onto the block, that will show up in your print.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the oils in it, mix with the acid, and anywhere where there's oil, like, use oil crayons, and if the oil in your hand will also have the same effect the oil crayons do. When it mixes with the acid, that will get etched into the stone.
Oh, wow.
Oh, very neat, Jaffo. Yeah,
How's the
what go ahead.
how's the inking? How's the line work looking so far? I know it's really
Oh,
small.
let me blow you up here. Hold on a
How's
second.
it looking? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
back to using a yeah, it takes some time for it to focus.
Mhm. Is it autofocus?
Yeah, it tries to autofocus, but
Yeah, I can't zoom in with mine, which is
yeah,
frustrating.
yeah, that's probably his best. There you go.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Well, nice. You're getting some good, yeah, qualities with the variety of thicknesses. 18 by
People
24.
people always tell me that I'm really
Mm.
good. I'm really good when it comes to line weights and
Yeah, yeah, line weights.
variations.
Yeah.
Line weight when it comes to line weights and variations, and that's just because I switch out from pen to pen so much,
Uh-huh. Yep.
and just kind of using as much as I can out of a point, basically turning a
Hmm.
turning a point 3 size and basically to a point 0.05.
Right. Yeah,
And
I got you there.
it was like you can make very small intricate lines out of a big pen, and it's just a
Yeah,
lot of it's just how much pressure, and it's just
yeah, yeah.
how you
Yeah,
hold it and how much pressure you put.
Jaffo, yeah, the plates have become very expensive. Yeah, I imagine so. It's probably a dying art as well. Um, just the whole printmaking process. I doubt it's not as prevalent as it used to be, much like black and white photography. Um, People going into the dark rooms and printing out their own work. Of course, many like Kodak and many companies have stopped producing film. It's just one of those things that's going to become a lost art, and it's very
Mhm.
unfortunate. Like black and white photography is just amazing.
I just
Yeah.
hope that traditional stuff doesn't become a lost art either.
Oh, it's going to be. Sorry, it's unfortunate, but it's going to be a lost art. I
Uh,
mean, it's just one of those things you see happening.
mhm.
Yeah, Jeffo, I'm not that old either, but it's just like the as soon as the computer came out, you just saw
Right.
so many things just
But
become irrelevant.
I do think that it's becoming much more appreciative.
Hmm.
It's like finding a traditional artist, find somebody
Well,
who doesn't do
yeah.
anything traditional, it becomes much more appreciative over time.
Oh, this part's starting to look cool. Sorry, I'm starting to get into my groove at 2 o'clock in the morning at night. That's kind of weird, but I'm feeling good about these. Oh man, these hands are starting to look good. It's too
My
late.
finger is black, but I don't care.
Hey, I always tell my kid students, they're like, "Oh, I want to wash my hands." Like, not until the end of the lesson, because I always say in Japanese, "Yogoreteru no wa ganbatta shougo da yo," which basically
There we go.
means the dirtier you are shows the more that you have. It shows that you have put in a lot of effort. Uh, you've been working hard, so that your hands being dirty and having all kinds of shit all over your body is a good thing. But it's just so I could stop them from like trying to wash their hands every other 5 minutes.
Exactly. I'm trying to make sure the pen.
Now, I was
So
watching a guy who was explaining about fountain pens as well, like not to treat them the same as you do dip pens.
mhm.
Yeah, but I'm sure you've done your research on. You probably know more, a lot more than I do about these things.
Not as much.
I drew traditionally for 20 plus years. I was supposed to draw my web. Oh, ooh, I have so much work. I don't know where to put it. Yeah, yeah, working digitally. I print when I. Yeah, yeah, that's the thing. Like you work digitally, and you don't have. It doesn't take up any space at all. The problem I'm having over here is we have Jerd exhibitions all the time. Like they have a lot of Jerd exhibitions over here in Japan, but they have like minimum size requirements and the maximum size requirement. But a lot of places tell you just like it's a good idea to do the maximum size requirement because the bigger equals more difficult kind of thing is a mentality over here. So you'll end up doing like if you want to take part in this Jerd exhibition, you get like do a gigantic piece, and you do that every year. And the next thing you know, you don't have any space in your house to put anything. Which is why I used to do a lot of those Jerd exhibitions, but I just kind of stopped doing them because you just end up doing these gigantic pieces and you have nowhere to
Like
put them.
what's the Korean artist? What's the famous one? Kim Jong Ji, if I'm correct.
Hmm. Yeah, he does like the no underdrawing kind of thing.
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
I know I follow another artist like that too, who does this big stuff, and I was like, and it's all ink and such like that. And I admire that kind of stuff. I was like, I'd
Oh
love to do
yeah, yeah,
something like that someday.
yeah. They've been doing it for a while. There's a lot of amazing Korean artists out there, and a lot of them seem like they come from the same school of drawing.
Hmm.
You know, they got the same kind of touch, the same kind of feel. Well, going back to what we were talking about earlier with like traditional drawing and digital, I mean, I do see a lot of people like have less appreciation for like, oh, well, there's just a bunch of CG, you know what I mean? And it would be nice to see practical effects come back more
Hmm.
because they look so much better, in my opinion. Practical effects.
Ghostbusters
Yes.
Afterlife did that in spades.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You know what? I
most of it
still
is
haven't seen that
practical.
movie. I still haven't seen that.
It's like the ink is coming
Practical.
out, but it's coming out on my finger more than it is on the pen.
Okay, the guy just did, he just did I watched a tutorial on that today, and he said what was his I can't remember what he said, and I just watched it today, and he gave, like, advice on how to stop that from happening. I could print to meet the size requirements, flat files are expensive, I could draw and print my drawings and make books. That's a good idea, man, making the drawings into books. That's something that I would like to do down the
People
line somewhere.
people have been asking me
Yeah.
to do an art book.
Do it, man, just do it. 'What time are you going on to Culture Stream?
11 and it's 9:45 here,
Yeah,
so I
you'll
got to
probably want
get it started going.
what are you gonna work on that one today?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on this one, and then
Oh, cool.
after that, that's gonna be my only stream for the rest of the day, aside from Twitch. And then because I need to focus on making the video for tomorrow afterwards. But it's
Right.
just I'm trying to get this. I can do this. Come on, you can do this. Come on. It's
Yeah, the
working. It's just
yeah, you might wanna look up on they had some advice on how to, fountain pens. Yeah, he's working with the fountain pen, Jaffo. This
yeah.
is, um,
First
first
time.
time. Yeah, there was a guy who was giving a tutorial on how to stop that from happening, and it sounded like oh, I can't remember what he said.
Let me see if I can look it up.
It's actually in my history it'll be in my history list in YouTube. Yeah, I think a lot of the Jaffo, a lot of my inking style comes from if it's
Oh,
blotting
you
and then you
can
need to check
unblow
the
me up.
reservoir for air, or you could be a bit heavy-handed. Mm.
Oh, Jinja, you can
Oh shoot,
unsize me. Yeah, yeah.
I
You
didn't
kind
even
of
do
let me
no.
go on.
Yeah, I didn't even notice, dude. I was just drawing here. Yeah, I was just drawing. I didn't even wasn't even paying attention. Yeah, I'll go. He's saying it's either the reservoir, or the reservoir. Yeah, there's air in the reservoir, or it could be a bit heavy-handed. So yeah, Jaffo. I think a lot of the style for my inking as well comes from printmaking. Like the same kind of approach of it, especially with the intaglio prints. Oh, okay. McInerney, he's saying that he used to keep a paper towel or a spare piece of paper and regularly test your pen for
Yeah, that's why I have it
bleeding.
right
Yeah,
next to me.
yeah, yeah, man. Making a book would be a great idea
I'm
for
sorry, I'm
you.
watching a video right now on how to what to
Oh yeah,
do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'll use a
No
toothbrush.
problema.
And it's well
What's that?
just for cleaning it. I mean, just for cleaning it. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I know which video you're actually watching.
I, I don't think my finger should be on the nib of the fountain pen, though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it might be up. Yeah, that's why maybe Jaffa was saying it might be a bit heavy-handed, or maybe that's
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of addicted to dip pens. I think it
Okay,
kind of takes.
You can do this. You can do this.
It's a work in progress, man.
It is.
But it always
Okay.
feels good when you find that books are sold and you again with the
Okay, let's try
phantasmagoria
again.
after which you online. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, there's just a ton
You
of
just
stuff
gotta train
online. Right?
yourself.
Yeah. Well, let me get you back on here. Uh, there we go. Alrighty.
Yeah, but I'm probably gonna have to get going again real
Yeah,
soon.
I'm gonna stay on here for like maybe another 10 minutes and then pop off myself.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, so this yeah, I find while I'm working on this image that I keep on popping back and forth from different kinds of styles, just depending on the kind of if I'm working with a brush or a nib. And like I was mentioning earlier, like with the intaglio printmaking process, yeah, low spec, that's true. Vinyl records have been making a comeback. They're huge here in Japan, man. We got all kinds of stores for them everywhere. Still waiting for the 8-track to make its comeback. Think I'll be waiting for a while.
Don't push it too hard. Okay.
Oh, yeah, kind of let the pen do the work.
Yeah, it's just trying to figure out how to get it to continuously
Uh, have that continuous flow.
yeah. I gotta clean this after I'm done. So it's not working. Some aspects are working.
Huh. No 8-track.
I'm like, you
Oh,
can do
man.
this. You can do this.
And I remember, like, listening to cassette tapes, and one of the greatest things to have when you had a cassette tape was a pencil with an eraser on the end of it, because you had to use that thing all the time to wind that tape back up when it came out. Oh, dude, this is starting to look cool. I'm getting really extremely detailed with this, more so than I usually do, and it's because I got this new.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna get going because
Alright, man.
thank you so much. Ah,
Ah, man, it was great having you on, dude. It's like I feel like I'm just hanging out with you. I'm not even doing a live stream at all.
right,
Yeah.
we gotta have you back on Marketing Live
Yeah, dude.
this coming
Just
season. We have to.
yeah, you just threw out the invite to me, because otherwise I'm like,
I gotta schedule. I schedule dates
yeah,
now, so I have to
yeah,
pick us. We have to pick a
yeah, just
Sunday that's gonna work for you.
yeah, just let me know what's open, and I'd be more than happy to come on.
You know I will, man. All right.
Yeah,
Anyway, thank you
more than
so
happy.
much. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
All
chat
right.
as well. Thank you so much for
Yeah,
joining.
let me blow up your drawing one more time here and
Yeah.
let everybody have a look.
It's
So
not
he's working with
much, but it's
he's
a
working with the
start.
fountain. Oh, whoops, that's me.
That's
There
you.
we go. Yep. There we
It's
go.
not
There you
much,
are.
but it is a start. It
All
is
right.
definitely going to be a
So you're going to
start
be
for some.
working on this at Culture Casinos at from
I'm gonna
11
try.
o'clock.
Yeah, if I can get my pound, if I can get this pen to work, yes.
Yeah, you can do it, man. You
If
can
I
do
get
it.
the pound pen to work, yes. All right, anyway,
All right,
guys. We'll
dude.
see you guys
Thanks
later.
again,
Much love,
Makni.
y'all. Thank
Yeah,
you.
take it easy. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to work on here for about another maybe 10 minutes or so. I'm starting to really get into a groove with this nib here. I got this guy here recently. It's got a nice holder, and the nib has a space where you could put multiple sizes in it, and it's just so much easier to work with than my other ones. Um, yeah, but it is getting late here, and tomorrow's going to be a big day, so I might have to be getting to bed here pretty soon. But I appreciate all of you guys coming out. And Jaffo, you've been on fire. Just I didn't know that. Oh, lovely Sherry, hello. Um, yeah, man. Like the whole printmaking, printmaking is what made my like college a 4-year program turn into a 6-year program, because I just really got into printmaking. I was addicted. I loved it. I loved the smell of the ink. I loved all the smell of the chemicals, which might be a reason that my brain might be a little bit fried. Spending a lot of the time in the printmaking room, you are surrounded by a lot of chemicals that you don't want to be inhaling a whole bunch. That in the dark room as well for photography. But no, it's an art that I hope sticks around. But yeah, I imagine it must be getting way more expensive than it used to. Um, yeah, Maki's great. He's always out there working hard and trying to improve his game, and I always appreciate seeing somebody doing that. Like no matter you see a lot of people who they find their niche and they just stick with it and they don't try to push it to that next level. They just keep on doing something that they feel safe with, but it's always a joy to see somebody who's trying to push the boundaries of where they're at and trying to work outside of their comfort zone. Trying out new materials, trying out new methods, uh, finding their weaknesses. Yes, yes, Jaffo. That's the one thing I miss the most is the atmosphere and the just having everybody around you too, that creative environment. Where when you're on your own, it's really difficult to replicate that. Um, just people pushing each other to try things, and you're having your you know, critiques with each other, people giving you advice. There's just like a really great environment of uh, creativity. Um, and yeah, it's difficult to do that when you're just on your own, sitting at home in front of the drawing board, trying to come up with some kind of great grand idea. When like when you were in the studio, people would like, nah, that's that, nah, you can do better than that. Or they're like, hey, just keep pushing that. That's really working out. You would lose like confidence, and then they would be there to back you up and to keep you on your feet. And then the printmaking people too, that's a lot of hard work that goes into the printmaking process. So you have to, if you're going to be doing printmaking work, you're going to have some physical prowess, and you have to um, be willing to do some manual labor, because it's not just sit down and etch on a plate and that's it. There's a lot of physical work that goes into doing some printmaking work. All right, let's see where I'm at here. I think I might start wrapping this up. My eyes, whenever it gets this late, the eyes, yeah, one of the things I enjoyed was having things in various states, early drawing, working a detail plate, so etching, and yeah, yeah, yep, same here, man, same here, completely. Oh man, I wish I had some of my images here for you to see what I did in college. Um, uh, I had some work that I thought was pretty good, but I definitely like the guys who were who were printmaking majors. Like they were amazing. Um, they had some amazing work. Uh, I was just saying, when it gets this late, my eyes start crossing, and then I'm working on something and it starts moving. So it's getting to that point where my body's saying, "Hey, it's time to go to bed," but my heart is like going, "No, just do a little bit more." Um, I'll give you guys close up of what I'm doing. Oh, let's get this going here. All right, and it should be this one. There we go. Yeah, so this is it so far. I like what's kind of going on in the hands right here. Um, there you go. Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna hang it up for tonight. I say that, but I know I'm gonna keep on drawing. But I really should hang it up for tonight. But it does have like this kind of etching quality to it. You know, these really thin lines, and then the thicker ones. That's just from like the intaglio process. A lot of influence there. But Jaffa, thanks so much for sticking around and all the comments and interaction in the chat there. It's always great to talk about the printmaking people who the printmaking brotherhood, because there's not a lot of us out there. Oh, thank you, low spec. Thank you. Arigato. All right, guys. Yeah, I'm gonna call it quits for tonight. I appreciate it again, everybody. Lovely Sherry, Jaffo, low spec. Let's see who else we have out here tonight. Roger, of course. George, Brightness, Toxic. Toxic, thank you so much. We had a Captain Trek out here who's changed his name, apparently. Who else do we have out here? Christian Fandom Geek, thank you. Um, and let's see. Anonymous. And just going up here through the chat, just give everybody a little shout out here. JT Gunter, thank you. Unlocking Lore TGC, thank you as well. And Punkwado, of course, Makini, thanks for joining the stream. It's awesome having you on here. We got to do it again. Punkwaddle, I think I might have said that before. Say it again. And oh, Purple Valkyrie, thank you so much. I would love to draw on your channel one day. LDG, sorry, thank you too. And I think that's about all for tonight. Uber Geek was here for a bit. Wakizashi, and yeah, just everybody, thank you so much for coming out. And until next time, um, Yeah, go for it, Jaffo. Rip it off. Steal from each other. That's what we do. That's what we do. Hey, it's the best form of flattery is when you rip off somebody else's concept. It's the best form of flattery. So until next time, I'll try to do this on a more consistent, scheduled way, so you guys won't have to be randomly tagged to know what's going on. But thank you again, everyone, and have a good night. And until next time, take care. Bye bye.